All right, shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all being with us for this episode. This is what they would call a hate watch stream, even though I don't really hate any of these teams. I think we kind of let this thing slide. So shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all being in the stream. Let's get into the thing. As we start the game, Tampa Bay and Atlanta, they're fighting for the lead in NFC South out the gate. As a check down throw to the running back off to the right side for a pickup of several yards, a couple yards on the play as they get going with Baker Mayfield. And hey, shout out to Tampa Bay. They were able to beat the Saints early on. Baker Mayfield looked like Baker Montana. Since then, they've kind of settled down a bit, but he's shown people that he could still play this game. So he's leading this offense as a gain to pick up a one off to the right side. Now, of course, both of these teams, I don't know currently the Saints could be because they got to fix some stuff, but we'll see. Second and 9 now for Tampa Bay, and the shotgun is Baker. He turns, fires the ball to the slot receiver who picks up several yards up to the 35-yard line for a gain, multiple yard gain, at least about 6 or 7 yards, and they pick up the first down. So if Baker finds Mike Evans, who we despise down here in the Who That Nation. All right, so Ryan Nielsen's defense is a pretty strong unit for the Atlanta Falcons. Several Saints players are littered amongst the decision or the playmakers for that defense that kind of struggled last year. And now we'll see exactly if what happens here because both of these teams have an opportunity to take possession of the NFC South, get some separation there. Baker Mayfield from the Buccaneers own 35-yard line under center hands the ball off to the running back. He barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Might be a loss of one there as they'll bring up a second down and possibly 11. And it is a loss of 11 at the handoff to the running back, and Bud Dupree is there to stop him. So shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all being in the stream, man. This hate stream. How you doing, brother Eric, and the rest of the fam? We watching this game, doing a little work, scout work on both these teams, and ultimately we got to get it together. All right, second and 11 for Tampa Bay and the shotguns. Baker Mayfield, man in motion from right to left, and it's two to the left, one to the right. Baker steadies to the left. The ball's deflected at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. It'll bring up third down and 11 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But I got to tell you, man, Baker Mayfield, credit to Baker Mayfield and how he's been playing this year. Really comfortable in the Tampa Bay system. Can't be mad at Baker Mayfield, how he's been playing for the Bucs. He's been looking a lot better. A lot of people didn't expect the Buccaneers to currently be sitting up at 3-2 with the potential to kind of move a little further on in the NFC South. A lot of people picked the Bucs to be dead last. All right, here go the Bucs. Third and 11 in the shotguns. Baker's running back to his right. Three wide receivers to the left, one to the right. There's the snap. Pressure comes, checks it down out the backfield to the running back, and he's still on his feet, and he falls forward for enough for the first down. So he gets 11 plus a couple yards to Rashad White. Nice call on the running back screen, and they pick it up to the right side. First down, Buccaneers to keep it moving. Now, I don't know who you guys want to win this game. I guess it really doesn't matter to me which one of these guys win the game here. I guess people will want Atlanta to ultimately lose the game, and I can understand why people would consider them losing the game because they hate Atlanta so much. But to me, it don't matter either way. Baker Mayfield's under center with his running back behind him. Looked like it's going to be a running play. Man in motion from right to left, and it is running play. And he was able to fall forward for a gain about 3 or 4 yards for Rashad White, who's been doing a pretty good job of rushing for Tampa Bay to keep them on schedule with their offense. All right. All right. So, yeah, Terry says hopefully it ends in a tie. I doubt that, bro. I doubt that it'll end in a tie, man. Yes. All right, so anyway, I think it might be. I have to probably say Atlanta might end up winning this matchup. Baker Mayfield under center with the running back by him as a man in motion from left to right. Look like they're setting up a running play. He stands up, looks over the defense, and points out protection. Sit back under the defense, turns and play actions to the running back to the right, then scrambles to the left, and he's just going to throw the ball smartly out of bounds and live to fight another day. It'll be 3rd and 8, and the flag is down. Might be roughing the pass on the play. We'll see, because it can't be intentional grounding because he was well outside the pocket when he did that play. So we'll see exactly how that ends. What's the flag for the Buccaneers on the play? And that might be, I don't know if the guy pushed him out of bounds or whatever happened. It's going to be holding. Okay. All right. It's saying it's holding on Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken there. All right. So Let's see how it all goes. So shout out to the fam, man. Yeah, they say it's holding against them. So yeah, that's a dumb play right there by Atlanta, man. It's a bad decision on the whole. So all right. All right, hold on, fam. We have some technical difficulties with this. All right, so there it is. 11:32 on the clock. Baker Mayfield now on was able to get the first down on the previous play there. Now inside of Atlanta territory, man in motion right to left. There's the snap, and he's going to throw it to the motioning player to the left side. Atlanta misses several tackles, and the guy picks up 4 yards on the play. Kind of sloppy defense, undisciplined, sloppy defense early by the Atlanta Falcons. They had several opportunities to get Tampa Bay out of here, but missed tackles and all this kind of stuff is kind of they look a little stink early on, so hopefully they can get that together and make it more interesting. Pick up a 4 by the Buccaneers, 2nd and 6. I got to give it to him, man. I do like the way Baker Mayfield is running this offense, man. He looks comfortable back there. Shotgun Baker Mayfield, wide receivers to both sides of the formation. There's the snap, and he's going to look to the right, to the left, and taking a shot down the field. Has a wide open wide receiver. I don't know if he got his feet in. No, it's not. He's out of bounds. The ball was thrown a little high. Goodwin made an adjustment, just couldn't get his feet down. So that'll be incomplete for Tampa Bay. It should have been a better thrown ball by Baker Mayfield, but he did look left and right and did find Goodwin up the field, but the ball was thrown, put a little too much air under the ball for him. He put it against the sideline. Adjustment had to be made, but it was couldn't get them feet in, man. They got two really good wide receivers. Tampa Bay does. 3rd and 6 now. Mayfield in the shotgun. And let's see what kind of play they dial up. That's a snap, pressure coming. Baker Mayfield looks and he throws, and the ball's knocked away by the Falcons. He was under pressure, and Terrell bats the ball away, and that'll bring up 4th and 6. They'll have to send out the field goal unit. So you can see the blitz came in. Baker Mayfield had to throw the ball, and it was a poorly thrown ball and easily deflected and knocked away by A.J. Terrell. He just stuck his hand in there and knocked it away from the receiver. All right, so it'll bring up 4th and 6 as they send the kicker into the unit. Let's see what they're doing here. No, they trying to go for it here. Okay, 4th and 6. They said, let's go for it. Okay, go ahead, Tampa Bay. Trying to take possession of the game. All right, shotgun. Is it just something to try to make them jump offside here? We'll see momentarily. No, it's a snap. Pressure comes. Baker Mayfield rolls around, missed tackle, somebody helmet on the ground. Baker pump fakes and gets pushed down, and that'll be turnover on downs. That all was botched to hell. Credit to Atlanta for sending the pressure, and Caden Ellis and the rest of them got in there and tried to make a play. So not bad, man. Not bad defense. They kind of turned it up. The guy missed the sack. 2 guys missed sacks. 1 guy helmet came off, but they was able to still force Baker Mayfield into a bad throw, and they turned over the ball to Atlanta's offense. So as this has been documented, a lot of people have really been on, saying about a lot of stuff about Desmond Ridder. He's been taking a lot of flack in the media about what needs to happen with him. And listen, I like Desmond Ridder. I think Desmond Ridder is a good player, but he's a young player, and you might need a little patience with with the quarterback or whatnot. But a lot of people want to put the backup in and see how he does, and they sticking to their guns with Desmond Ridder. So I hope they just keep on struggling until we see him later on in several weeks or so, and that'll help us out. All right, shout out to Dimitri. He got his popcorn ready. Okay. All right, Philip Thurlock says, at least their QB looks left and right. Yes, indeed, he does. Likely either one of these quarterbacks look better than Derek Carr. Let's just be honest with you. He's the worst looking quarterback outside of Bryce Young in the NFC South. It's obvious because Carolina is sitting at 0-6. But ain't no doubt about it to me is that he's definitely the worst looking quarterback in terms of, well, not the worst, maybe not as bad as Bryce, but at least Bryce has the excuse that he's a rookie. Our quarterback struggling all over the place, man, and it's not a good look. All right, so anyway, yeah, nah, they didn't steal the whole defense. They do have Ryan Nielsen. They do have David Onyemata, Caden Ellis. They got a few players over there, man, to help out, but, and Terry Fontenot, but we expected that to happen when Fontenot became the man over there. He was going to reach back and pull guys that he knew could coach and play, and that's what he did. He basically built Atlanta from New Orleans, and credit to them for being able to stay where they are right now. You know, they're sitting up at 3-3. The Saints are 3-4. We can't gain ground because we can't get out our own way. So we got to fix our own issues here. All right. So shout out to the fan. Appreciate y'all. All right, like I said, we're doing a little hate watch stream here. We're looking at both our adversaries battle each other for the NFC South. Falcons are 3-3. Tampa Bay is 3-2. Is Baker Mayfield the real deal in the Tampa Bay offense? He looks confident, look like he knows the system, and he's like in the last play, he was scrambling around and forced them to miss several tackles or sacks, but he just didn't make the completion. Here go Atlanta from where they left off in the quick throw. It is a nice route thrown to the wide receiver. He finds a Drake. Is that Drake London? No, that's Hollins look like over there. So he finds him with the pass. So not a bad move. There's Matthews, Bergeron, Dahlman, Lickstrom, and McGarry. All the offensive line. You see Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Mark Hollins, Jonnu Smith, and Bijan Robinson, who gets the carry. And the Buccaneers were able to make the stop on him. He picked up about 4 yards off to the right side with the run from Bijan Robinson. So Desmond Ridder been having a lot of negative press on him and a lot of pressure on him. But I think the guy will ultimately win. Still a young quarterback, 2 young quarterbacks in the NFC South, the old veteran that's not playing well, but still in all, they got good upside. All right, so they get into the Buccaneers territory at their own 35-yard line, and there's a throw to the, let's see, I can't make it out. Smith tight end to the left side, and he picks up the first down plus a little something extra. So Tampa Bay already deep in their own territory now, in the territory, and Atlanta marching on them after a bad decision to go for it on 4th down, and he got the turnover on downs. Now, Tampa Bay's defense, we know, is the linebacker core. The linebacker core is a pretty strong unit, strength of the team, but they have several really good players in the secondary as well. All right, now they set up at Tampa Bay's 28-yard line. Ridder in the shotgun. There's the snap, hands the ball off left to the running back, and he's pushed out for possibly a gain about 5 yards off to the left. Pretty easy run. Or actually, that's 84 on the play. He hands it off to him. Good to see him out there, man. They they have a bevy of different skill set players that they can match up. And I think the only thing that stops Atlanta's offense flowing is the head coach. He's not very imaginative from what I've seen. All right, there's Ridder in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and Tampa Bay showing blitz, and they coming for him. He stands in the pocket, delivers a good ball. It is caught by number 87. Is that Jonnu Smith? Makes the grab there. It is. And it's in the red zone now. So a good stand in there, a good strong throw by Desmond Ridder. He finds his tight end. He just stands in there and fires it right there. And he was able to get right down to the 6-yard line with the fire to Jonnu Smith, who's a pretty decent tight end, man. I know he's no Kyle Pitts, but the dude can catch, unlike some of our people. All right, here we go. Atlanta is down at the 6-yard line of Tampa Bay, and he's in the shotgun. Looks like a running play, and it is a running play off to the running back to the left side, and he gets wrestled down to the 4-yard line as the Tampa Bay get him. They're marching in the score. Look like Tyler Algieri with the carry there. Golston makes the stop on him for Tampa. 7:48 and counting down in the clock, and we'll see exactly how this ends. 6:54, 6 plays, 54 yards in almost 3 minutes so far in the current drive, as Atlanta taking their time marching the ball on the Tampa Bay defense. Can Tampa Bay stop them here? We'll see. Ridder in a shotgun. He got 5 wide receivers out there in the red zone, so we'll see exactly how they do. And there's a snap from Ridder, pressure. He quickly fires it on the slant play, and they stop him at the 2-yard line as he fires Smith again. So he finds tight end Smith one more again, and he gets to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and goal right there. 5 wide receivers inside of the 5-yard line. And he quickly fires it to Smith, and Smith just gets to the 2-yard line. And that ball looked like it could almost been intercepted by the Tampa Bay defense. All right, here they go in the shotgun again with wide receivers, 1 to the right, 2 to the left, and the running back. It's going to be a handoff to the running back there, and he is in. Excuse me, nope, that's Desmond Ridder. He holds on to it, keeps it, and gets it in. So that little play there looked like he was going to hand it off, and then Ridder just kept it and punched it in. So the Falcons go up on the board 6-0. Not a bad move by Atlanta, man. Nice call. Ridder calls his own number on the play. They got fooled by the play going to Algieri, and then Ritter kept it and punched it in, man. So not a bad move by Atlanta making the call there. They go up 6-0. Extra point. Young Ho Koo is coming up next. A snap and is up and good. Atlanta up 7-0 on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we'll see Baker Mayfield and the offense responds to that. We'll see how they go. All right, so big ups to the fam, man. Appreciate y'all being in the hate stream, watching the game. And it's like I said, it's good seeing football where you see some type of harmony. They're not exactly, uh, you know, you see pitch and catch. You see some offensive consistency with them running the ball, mixing in the pass. It's good to see that because we see so much not that, with our squad. We see all of the stuff that happens that goes wrong with the Saints and their pathetic offense, their attempts to create an offense, running the ball with Elvin Kamara and doing different things like that. It just doesn't look right. So ultimately, what needs to happen is a bunch of stuff needs to happen. And it starts at the top of the team with the coach making the decision with the coordinator kind of switch things around. But we shall see these teams later on in the year. Tampa Bay already beat us once 26-9 in the dome. We got to go to Tampa later on in the year and Atlanta twice after the bye week. And of course, we have several games prior to the bye week that we have to deal with. And some teams we have to play, but at this level, and unless we turn around and make some adjustments at this level, things are not going to be looking pretty good unless we can fix this stuff and consistently stay fixing it and stay on what we need to do. You hear me? All right, so all right, what's up, Gardner? Shout out to you, man. He says, I hope Atlanta win. Okay. I don't have a stake in this race, man, or who wins or not. I know if Tampa Bay wins, they'll go up 4-2. If Atlanta wins, we've yet to play Atlanta. We still have Atlanta a couple of times, so we'll see how that all plays out. We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see. But me, my thing is I don't want Atlanta to win nothing. But then again, I don't like Tampa Bay either. So I guess I'll just say I don't have I don't have none of them. Give them anything, to be honest with you. All right, big ups to y'all, man. Thank y'all for being here. All right, who y'all? Let's hear from the chat, man. Who y'all think wins this game? Early Atlanta offense came out. They did something very positive, man. They were able to set up and do some, get that punch that off there, that touchdown in there early on, man. So not a bad move by them. So we'll see what they do as Tampa Bay gets the ball. But Baker Mayfield, man, let me tell you, Baker Mayfield looks really good. Baker Mayfield looked really good in that Tampa Bay offense. Not on that last drive per se, but it's not really. It's kind of a surprise to see Baker Mayfield playing as well as he is with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, especially against us. He looked really good against us. Found his confidence, and he's been doing a pretty good job because Tampa Bay, there is no expectations on the Buccaneers to do anything this year. So he's kind of playing free. It's different when the pressure's on you to perform. It really is. That's the kickoff return. Tampa Bay returning from the 20, 25 from in his zone. He gets all the way down to the 35-yard line. The returner on the play there gets it. Number 83 gets it out from the end zone and takes it all the way down. It'll set up a decent offense start for Baker Mayfield, and we'll see if Rashad White and Evans and Godwin and the rest of those guys can kind of keep it turning, man. We'll see what they can do. All right, so they pick up from their own 35, right around that 35-yard line. Baker Mayfield's 4 of 8 for 27 yards right now. He's in the shotgun. Running back behind him. He studies left, looks right. The pressure's around him, and he tries to dump it down to the running back, but the running back didn't see it. That'll bring up second down, but there's also a flag down on the play. It's going to be against Atlanta. Might be a late hit, or we'll see what Gentry's brother says. No, it's a holding call against the defense, so that'll give that's AJ Terrell. That'll give the Buccaneers some extra yards right there, and yeah, it was definitely a little holding, more than holding going on. A lot more holding going. That was definitely a holding case, yeah. And that's too bad because now that gives Tampa Bay an opportunity to give some extra yardage to get up closer to that 40-yard line. Baker Mayfield under center. Man and most from right to left is the tight end. You got Rashad White behind him, turns and hands this is the play action. Baker's going to take a shot down the field, and it's incomplete. Second and 10. I don't know what he was looking at, but he missed badly on the wide receiver. And there's another flag down. Could be pass interference. Holding on the Falcons. Could this wouldn't be a pass interference against the Falcons? And Baker Mayfield's pointing at the Falcons saying that it's pass interference. So we'll see. They got some guilty looking Falcon players out there. So it might very well be. He was looking at Godwin. And ain't no doubt about it. He had his hands on Godwin, but did the referees, and Godwin put his hands up like, man, where's the flag? And he got one, and they are having a meeting there, so we'll see what they come out on it. Arthur Smith's like, what's taking so long? What's going on here? And they taking a little longer than what needs to be expected for this to be a whether it be a pass interference or holding, whatever the case may be. All right, they take a little too long, man, stalling the game. Then they pick up the flag, no foul on the play. A lot of talking for nothing. And they pick up the flag, that'll bring up 2nd and 10. So we'll see what that was a break for Atlanta, man. Because he did grab him as he was going into his break. He did grab a little arm there, but it's not enough for the refs. All right. So anyway, they're sitting from their own 38 or the 38 or 37-yard line, Tampa Bay in the shotgun. They got 5 wide receivers. There's a snap. The throw out and it's caught and fall forward for the first down. Number 88, tight end picks up Otten, picks up the first down anyway, plus a little bit extra. So there it is. So let's see what happened. Lamar Jackson on the run. They scored the little half time, the little break right there as Lamar Jackson gets in the end zone on the run. All right, so here go the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the shotgun after a positive play. 6 minutes on the clock. We see Baker near the 50-yard line, shotgun, both sides of the formation. There's wide receivers left and right. It's a handoff to the running back. He goes right up the center of the defense. It picks up about 9 yards all the way down to the 38-yard line of the Buccaneers, man. I mean, of the Falcons, excuse me. Yeah, that was a really good run because he ran and cut right back, had nothing but lane. The guy trips him up, and he could still be running. So they had 38. That's the handoff, and they blow the play dead. Flags fly after the snap, and they're going to say it's a false start. They're going to back up the Bucks. Back the Bucks on up, but back them on up. Back on up. So that's a flag on them. We bring up it's saying it's 2nd and 6. Now for the Buccaneers, they got to change all that, but 5:25 and counting down right now. The Buccaneers want to even the score. Falcons did handle their business. All right, that's a snap by Baker in the shotgun. Ball's quickly fired out, and Otten gets it, but he's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. It'll bring up 3rd and short as Mayfield finds the tight end, Cade Otten. And he fired it right away because the pressure was coming, and he was able to foul. It was off to the left. He had to stretch out for it. And then what an excellent open field tackle by Atlanta to stop him shy of the first down. And here's the sneak, and they're going to look like they're going to get it. And the referee, yeah, he's going to give it to him. He runs out, and they're about a foot past the first down. So a yard pass, and they did get it. So a little sneaky action right there by Tampa Bay. Get the new set of downs as the clock keep on marching. 4:36 and counting. Like I said, I got to give Baker Mayfield some credit, man. Baker Mayfield looks like a real NFL quarterback in Tampa Bay's offense. And I do understand that it looks different when the pressure's on, and a lot of people didn't expect Tampa to be in this position, so credit to Tampa. Baker Mayfield under center from the Falcons' 40-yard line. You got wide receivers, 2 of them to the left, 1 to the right. Running back is in the backfield. Baker turns, hands the ball off to the running back. He's running to the right side. Atlanta's there, and they stop him up for a loss, maybe a loss of 1 on the play. Big Grady Jarrett got some penetration there and wrestled the running back down for a loss of 1, so it'll bring up 2nd and 11 on the play. So, yeah, that was some good plays by Tampa Bay. I mean, for Atlanta. Defense right there did a really good job of just getting there and gang tackling and knocking a man over violently. All right, they saying 2nd and 10. Look, to me, it was they lost a yard on the play, but whatever. Baker Mayfield in the shotgun, his running backs next to him. Man in motion goes out and joins 3 wide receivers. He got option, turns, and fires the ball to the left sideline. He got somebody, and it's caught, and it's an easy touchdown to Mike Evans over the top. You can't get any easier than that. Baker Mayfield looked in his progression, seen him that Mike Evans ran past the cornerback, and he fired it up toward the left sideline. And Mike Evans easily, you can't find him any easier than that as Evans from Baker Mayfield with the touchdown. So you got that's their best cover man, I want to say, and looked like he got a little bump to disconnect him from there, and was able to get a touchdown. He had him beat by 3 or 4 yards on the play. And I don't know what happened, but AJ Terrell was close, and then next thing he wasn't. So they get on the score with a nice touchdown to Mike Evans. Then the extra kick is up, and they top the game at 7 apiece, 3:24 on the clock. They respond. Terrell was running with him hip to hip, and I want to say Mike Evans might have gave him a little arm motion to disjoint him from to kind of get him off of him, because he was running with him, and then next thing you know, he was 3-4 yards ahead of him for an easy touchdown. So Atlanta ties it up. Tampa gets the score tied up with Atlanta 7-7. All right. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Javier, what's up, man? Says rookie quarterback for the Bears looked good on his first drive. Everybody looked good, man. What's up, Baraka? Shout out to you, man, on the play, man. Appreciate y'all being in on this supposed hate stream. Well, we don't hate anybody, but that's what they call when we watch. I just like good football, man. I just want to be able to see good football where people know how to score touchdowns, they know how to mix up their offense, a little creativity here. Wide receivers not, quarterbacks not blaming wide receivers for not doing this. Wide receivers not saying this, that, and the third. And there's, this a bit harmony to get the stuff going, It's just crazy, man. But it's good football. Brian says we could have drafted him. All right, Rush Hour says, I guess I was wrong. He played the series good. Baker Mayfield is doing really good, man, work. I mean, he really is, man. Baker Mayfield has been doing a really good job for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And a lot of people didn't see this, but the Tampa Bay team did see it. A lot of people like, what are you picking this dude up for? And the Buccaneers says, listen, Baker can help us. They didn't pay a lot of money to get him over there. And since he's been over there, the man has fit in hand to glove. He's looked really good in offense. Like I said, he danced around on the Saints defense, scored, through touchdowns. And it wasn't, we was calling them, making fun and saying Baker Mayfield looked like Baker Montana out there, Baker Brady and all this kind of stuff. So I got to credit him. His numbers look really good. On the season, Baker Mayfield's numbers are pretty good. He got almost 1,100 yards throwing. He has 7 touchdowns against 3 interceptions. Now, his QBR is only 62%, but still in all, the team has only lost 2 games this season, and they have an opportunity in their own building to climb to 4-2 and put some distance between the closest team, which is the Falcons. So credit to Baker Mayfield, man, and what he's doing there for cheap. His numbers are outperforming. His numbers look better than our $150 million quarterback that ain't doing shit but blaming his wide receivers for routes on one play or maybe 2 plays or 3 plays, despite the fact that he ain't doing nothing for the rest of it. So, I mean, it's interesting. But anyway, 7 plays, 62 yards, 313. Evans, a 40-yard touchdown catch from Baker Mayfield. And the Bucs get on the board. So here's the kickoff by the Bucs from left to right, and they're gonna let it bounce. Atlanta will let it bounce out the back of the end zone. They'll retrieve it at the 25-yard line. All right, here comes Desmond Ridder, they call it the Ridder roller coaster. And this is the part of being a young quarterback, man. And it's just a part of being a young quarterback. The man got to learn, man. With the interceptions and everything's going on. So he has games where they're showing the graphic where he has no interceptions. Then the next game, he has 1 interception, no interception, then 2 interceptions, then no interception, then 3 interceptions. It's part of being young. All right, they're picking up from the 25-yard line. Ridder in the shotgun with his running back behind him, hands the ball off to Bijan Robinson, who looking for a lane to run. It picks up 2 yards off to the right side. It'll bring up 2nd and 8 for the Falcons. 3:15 and counting down on the clock. So it's like one of the things where you notice with young quarterbacks, period. This is something that Bryce Young has to learn with the Carolina Panthers, and the team has to learn. And then, of course, Desmond Ridder is a little bit more advanced than Bryce because he's been in the league a little longer. He has some experience to lean on, but he's still a young quarterback. Shotgun, play action to his running back, then he fires it to Kyle Pitts, and Kyle Pitts gets really aggressively ripped down by Devin White. and yeah, that's not going to be enough to pick up the first down. But Devin White really just rips Kyle Pitts on down to the ground on the play. And now it was a nice throw behind him, but a good adjustment. Boy, he caught that thing with one hand, and it was his left hand. That was something else on the play. That's 3rd and 4. It didn't pick up the first down. 5 wide receivers, two to the left, 3 to the right. There's the snap, the shotgun. Ball almost intercepted by Tampa Bay as he tried to throw it to the wide receiver off to the left, and the linebacker for the Buccaneers dived in and almost had an interception, and that'll bring up 4th down on the play. And that wasn't a good pass right there by Desmond Ridder. He threw it into the ground, but boy, that linebacker almost had the interception. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense forces them to punt the ball. So that wasn't a good look by Desmond Ridder. You got to do better than that, man. You can't tell me they have a better option than try to force a low throw to Kyle Pitts with the linebacker in front of him. 4th and 4 now, 2:15 on the clock. Atlanta has the punter out to kind of kick off to Tampa Bay. And there's a flag down. The referee throws the flag and says it's going to be false start against Atlanta on the punt attempt. So that'll back them up even more so. And too bad for Atlanta to getting backed up on the play. They'll try this punt situation again. 2:15 backed up. It'll be 4th and 9 now. There's the snap. They do it perfectly that time. And there's the punt off to the left side of the field. It's high. And it'll be returned by Tampa Bay's wide receiver, and he'll get ripped down or tackled by number 57 or 51. 57 looked like his name is Malone or whatever, on the kick return opposite side of the field. So right now with 2:05 on the clock, Atlanta offense kind of stopped. Tampa Bay looks like they have some mojo going. Let's see if they can kind of make that move and kind of separate themselves from Atlanta on this next drive with Baker Mayfield, because they need to ratchet up the pressure. Baker Mayfield's back there making throws, and he's getting a harmony and chemistry with his people. It won't be a good look if you don't do it. All right. Shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all being here. Brock, shout out to you. Appreciate you. All right. Big ups to the fam, man, in here. Hit the like button for me. Got over 100 people in the stream right now watching our adversaries go at it. And this is really for the division lead. Unfortunately for us, we could have had a part of this. We were 3-3 at the time before the Jaguars game. A win over the Jags make you 4-3, which could have kind of put you in the situation where we could have been ahead of the game. Then you could have just hoped for Atlanta to beat Tampa Bay to kind of help you out in that regard. But, it is what it is, right? So it is what it is. So we got to suffer on through, man. We got a long ass week before we face the Colts. Their starting quarterback rookie might not be there, but that don't matter sometimes with how the team be playing up and down. So we just have to figure it out. All right, T-Mama, what's up, baby? Appreciate you. So proud guys are peeping this. None of them should be around smiling until they can do better. Well, and we talked about this on the late night call-in show. Shout out to the family members that chimed in on that. That was really fun. And they were talking pretty much about how what Carr was saying about how he doesn't let the noise from the crowd affect him and stuff like that. That don't, and to me, that's a bit of a problem, because if they booing, it's a reason why they booing. They're not booing to be mean. They're booing because you giving them a reason to boo. So my mentality is whatever the quarterback is doing, he dictates how the crowd responds. Unless he's away and he's in the enemy building, they're going to boo anyway. But if you're at home getting booed by the supporters of the team, that's something you better care about, because they're reacting off of your bull crap. So, for him to have that type of mentality, that's detrimental. And to be petulant as he is, crying and complaining, all of the foolishness that he's doing, that has to change, because nobody wants to follow a petulant child at the quarterback position. Got to clean that up. Then you apologize. It don't mean nothing if you apologize and keep doing it the next week. That don't make no sense. Nobody's going to respect you like that. But anyway, let's get back to good football. Tampa Bay quarterback Mayfield's under center. He has two wide receivers to the left. Look like they're stacked. 2:05 on the clock. Baker Mayfield moves from up under the center into a shotgun. He has one wide receiver to the right of the formation. There's a snap. He turns. He looks to the left, steadies left, then fires to the middle to Rashad White, the running back, on the check down, picks up 5 yards, and it'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Buccaneers. So Baker Mayfield, notice he getting a lot of time to go through his progressions. He's looking left and cycles center and finds his running back there for a gain of 6, they saying. So they need 4 to get it in the shotgun. Got 2 wide receivers on both sides of the formation with his running back to his left in the shotgun. All right, they're sitting up at the 39-yard line, and there go a flag. And what will it be? Let's see what Elvin Gentry brother says. False start against the Bucs. So they're going to back the Bucs up on the play. The speedster Trey Palmer hit with the flag so far. 3 penalties, 15 yards for the Falcons, 2 penalties for 10 yards for the Bucs early on. 2nd and 9, that backs them up. Shotgun, 2 wide receivers, both sides of formation. There's a snap. He hands it off to the running back, who goes center to right and gets wrestled down. Look like he picks up everything but about 5 yards, and there's another flag down. There's another flag down on the play. Let's see what Elvin Gentry's little brother got to say about this one as he's walking out there. All right. There's another holding play against Atlanta. Goodness. Atlanta again with another hold. Backing them on up. Yeah, it's another holding play right there. Referee was looking right at it that time. So it's against Robert Hainsey. He got a little handsy. Hainsey is his name, but he got handsy on the play. All right, so Baker Mayfield, once again, this is now 2nd and 19 in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the left. I mean, actually, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. There's a snap, ball out toward the right. He finds number 10, and it's not a gain, that much of a gain. So much, they like 3rd and a mile, might as well say, how they're doing it. So less than 53 seconds on the clock, trying to hurry up and rush the thing with 45 seconds remaining. You know, we'll see what they're trying to do here. They're eating up a lot of time right here. I don't think they, really, it's going into the second half. Baker Mayfield gets him lined up. He's in the shotgun. Got wide receivers, both sides of the formation with his running back next to him. There's a snap, and we got another penalty. Flags flying everywhere, and it's false starting again. It's false start again against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they backing them up. Now that's terrible, man. That's too many false start penalties happening for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and really, I'll be peeved if I was Todd Bowles to see that much happening, like that many false starts happening in our own pre-snap penalties in my own building, and they now are 3rd and 20 right now. So there's the shotgun. There's a snap. Baker Mayfield fires to the left, and he finds his tight end, and he just goes down well shy of any first down, and that's just do what they got to do to get off the field, man. They were really marching backwards on that play. They went all the way back, and they'll just say, you know what, let's just go ahead and punt it, and hopefully we can have a better second period than what we did with this first period. Yeah, a lot of pre-snap penalties on that last drive by Tampa Bay hampered their drive big time, man. Very non-disciplined. All right, so anyway, yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on, man. I be kind. Shout out to you, says Big Q, best part. Back them on up. I'll back them up. All right. Appreciate y'all, man, for being in the stream. Smoke says we need to fire DA, but I'm scared they not and use Pete as a scapegoat. That is absolutely. We already called that. We know how to play. It's very transparent how the play is going to play out. That's why I said not Pete Carmichael. Dennis Allen's not going nowhere. Okay. Derek Carr's not going anywhere. Pete Carmichael will go somewhere before any of them do. That's why Dennis Allen handed the offense off to Pete Carmichael. So if the offense struggles, that's the guy you point at and say, we got to get rid of him. Then once you get a new OC, then that resets the clock for at least another year for Dennis Allen and his quarterback. You see how this goes? So we knew that would be the case once they signed Derek Carr, that the excuse would be said then that was just the first year. And let's see what they look like in the second year. And then that's how they'll drag this thing along. They'll send out the damage prevention team or the damage control team to roll out a bunch of stuff to kind of distract you from what's going on with the team. And this is what happens, man. This is a part of how they do damage control. This is what it is. If a scandal or they getting bad press or people upset, then they'll roll out a team and they'll do something to try to get your mind off of what's going on. They might call in favors from media people to write more fluffy articles about being patient and stuff like that. So you start seeing those type of articles out from some of your favorite writers. You start seeing all that just don't happen by mere chance. A lot of listen, this game, man, I'm telling you, all this just don't happen by chance. All this is orchestrated, is very tightly controlled. And I'm just merely sharing game on these companies because they all have PR departments that handle damage control. You see, all of them do. If you're going to be in the media spotlight, like if you're a big media corporation, they have people, damage control or public relations departments that knows how to kind of shrink the scandal, so to speak, by distracting you on something else or doing this or this person then all of a sudden gives a certain amount of money to a charity. They know how to do all that, man. They'll roll out all the stops. People something else. But if you don't know the game, you don't know the game, baby. You'll be subject to it. All right. So anyway, here we go in the second quarter. For their 4th and 13, they'll have to punt the ball back to the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons have an opportunity to be able to do something with it, and we'll see how it all rolls. All right. All right. So here come the punt situation by the Buccaneers. Very sloppy on that last drive by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It totally undermined the positive drive that they had the prior offensive series. There's the punt. The kicker goes down, and the ball is received at their own 25-yard line, and he gets up to like the 33-yard line where he's tackled by several Tampa Bay special teamers, the returner for the Falcons, number 21. All right. Thank you, Barbara. Shout out to you. Appreciate you becoming a new member. Barbara dropped some good game on us last night. She's very deep, very intelligent. So we thank you for becoming a new member. Shout out to Barbara, man. Thank you. Far too kind. Yeah, we got stuff to work on, man, in the Who Dat Nation, man. But, watching this game and watching our adversaries, how they plan, and we hoping the Saints are doing that too, kind of getting away, watching other teams play football. And you can learn something when you watch other teams play. You can see if you can pick up something from their game or something you can institute, some ideas of just a fresh approach, just doing something different. There's an answer for every question that people might ask. He talked about several options that the Saints could do, that they could going into this upcoming game against the Colts. There is an extended period of time where the Saints could be able to do some positive stuff right here, doing stuff like not promoting Carmichael, but Carmichael then saying that we're allowing Curry to call plays this week, just changing it up. Derek Carr should be benched, and I'm not saying bench him because he's how you bench a $150 million quarterback. You bench him by saying that he's hurt, because he is hurt. And I'm saying Derek Carr, to me, and a lot of people say Q, he's trash. To me, Derek Carr is not this bad. He's obviously hurt. That's my thing. I really do believe that the guy is he's really hurt. More hurt than what they letting on. That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm seeing. Because I go back and watch his film from last year. He made some mistakes, but the way he's operating out there, like he can't make throws on time, and even his best throw is short, or they have to wait on it. And like one of the plays, like when he scrambled out of what could have been a sack last game against the Jaguars, he scrambled to the right side of the field and threw across his body. I don't remember if the pass was complete. I think it was incompleted. But the look on his face, just throwing the ball across his body, and he had this pain, like he bent over, like in pain, like his rib area, whatever it was, he was in severe pain. He don't need to be playing, man. They need to sit that man down, allow him to heal properly, and not shoot him up with the good dope every Sunday and try to get him to roll out there and play under pain. It's not a good thing. We seen Jameis play under pain, and he could not, with his back hurting. And that's not something that you will want to see the guy do. That can cause something very harmful over a longer period of time. So it's not like you have a rookie quarterback behind him. You could sit him down for a couple of weeks and then roll out your backup and let the backup be fully immersed in a full week of preparation and allow them to start actually running the ball more. I like the Kalen Saunders fullback thing. Saints really need to find themselves a real fullback, fam. We can't have Saunders doing that, being a fullback the majority of the time. He down on the goal line, yeah, but you need to find you a real fullback that can punch holes open and stop running your running backs naked or without a lead running back or a lead blocker. All right, so here the Falcons go from inside their own 32-yard line, just outside 32. Ritter takes a shot downfield, and it is caught by the receiver. What a hell of a catch right there by Miller, Scotty Miller, the slot back for the Falcons, as Desmond Ritter finds him all the way downfield, and they get into Tampa Bay territory on the play. They're playing that zone, and Scotty got right past the guy and then makes a terrific catch, and he gets down there. And Carlton Davis, I don't know what Carlton was doing. They were playing that zone, and Scotty Miller got all the way down to the Buccaneers 21-yard line. There's shotgun. He's going to hand. The running back goes off toward the left side. Looked like for a gain about 3 yards on the play off to the left side is Tyler Algieri, number 25. So that was a big shot by Desmond Ritter. Nice throw, too. He put it right in the basket of Scotty Miller, the former Tampa Bay Buccaneer wide receiver. And on the run to the left side there, Algieri picks up about 3 yards, so they'll bring up 2nd and 7 as the Buccaneers defense is reeling a bit. Okay, they got 2 wide receivers to the right. There's Ritter in the shotgun, turns to the right and fires the ball quickly to, is that Drake? Yes, it is. Drake London. He'll be just shy of the first down. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. So quick throw, that's another thing, like the quick slant patterns. I haven't seen the quick slant passes too much from the Saints with Carr. But back on that Carr thing momentarily after we see what kind of drive they do, because Tampa Bay's defense is reeling after getting hit with that deep shot. And now Atlanta got them backpedaling a bit. Let's see if they can get in there. And they're in the power wide formation, hands off to, is that Bijan? Bijan gets the first down plus about 3 or 4 extra yards as they get inside the 10-yard line. No, that's Tyler Algieri. My bad. Algieri's out there, and he makes the play. It's interesting, man, to see exactly how they're going to handle this, man. Tampa Bay is going right at these guys, man. They're going right at them to see what the hell they, try to get that division lead. Atlanta wants that lead, man. They want the lead. All right, so his shotgun for them at the 8-yard line. Ritter looks right and has time, and he just throws it out the back of the end zone, and he'll live to fight another day, 2nd and goal. Didn't like what he's seen. He just threw it out the back of the end zone. As long as it's not an interception, they'll live to fight another day. And like I said, Tampa Bay, he had nowhere to go with the ball. And Ritter, he was looking at Juju Smith, and there was nowhere to go with the ball. Okay, here go Ritter in the shotgun again. He got his back next to him, lined up to the left. Wide receivers, 2 of them to the left, 1 to the right. Look like it's going to be a run play as the running back backs up, and it is. He's going to run off to the right side, cuts back to the left to the center, and almost kind of made a move until he was chopped down at the 5-yard line on the play. So was that Patterson? Yeah, that was Patterson. And they got him back out there trying to do his thing. And he slipped down and tried to jump over somebody, and they got a piece of his foot, and he went down. So that was they got him. So it's 3rd and goal now as they're at their 5-yard line in the shotgun, man in motion for right to left is Drake London. There's the little snap. Ball's thrown to London, and it's knocked away by the defensive back, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. So good play by the DB. Was that Winfield Jr. back there? I think that made the play on it. So Tampa Bay defense stepped up and made a stop because the motioning guy was London, and they went right at him. But it was just a bad throw by Desmond Ritter. It was a bad throw. Had he let him between the out of to the left outside to the out of bounds line, then I think Drake London makes that catch. That wasn't a good throw by the young quarterback Ritter. Young Hoku's out there to kick it through for 24 yards. That's just easy as it gets for a guy like him. He's super good. And they kick it. Atlanta goes up 10-7. All right. Shout out to the fam. All right. Well, thank you, Barbara. She says, Q, DA would eat doo-doo with a pea chaser that national TV before he plays Jameis Winston. Hayner will play before Jameis will. Yes, indeed.
Thank you,
Oh my goodness, that's too much. Barber, he eating mess right now. He got to be eating mess because he talking a lot of shit. So, what's up, John? Shout out to you, man. Appreciate y'all being here. Y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. Big Ann says we need a young OC from outside with a new system. Let Pete Carmichael go to Denver with Peyton. Yeah, I just feel like if you look at things that they can do, Derek Carr is hurt. You know, that's the whole point. Derek Carr is hurt right now. He is hurt. He's hurt. And there's no way around the fact that he is hurt. And I think a lot of that, which I see from him, is the fact that he is hurt. He's injured. And it's affecting his play. You know, he just needs to sit down, and they need to find a way to win without him, or perhaps just take the ball out of his hand. But me personally, if you even look at the injured angle of Carr versus his behaviors, the behavior aspect is concerning. Like all the stuff that he's, doing, like the talk about who's running the correct routes tonight, that needs to be squashed as fast as possible, because that's doing nothing but cutting your locker room up. And we know that a divided locker room can't prosper in any professional sport. If you got a team that's at odds with each other, just inside the offense alone, which you need, that's very important, because you need the offense to be able to be together, to be able to get things together. Now, what's the answer? The answer is winning. Winning makes all of this go away, and it goes away fast. And not only that, but you got to have once you win something, you have a template, so to speak, of what things work. You got to stick with it and keep using that. The Saints had several times during this year where they'll have something that work and they'll just simply go away from it. It's very crazy. Thank you, Barbara, for the super chat. Much love. It's interesting, man, to see how that stuff goes, man. But in the end, I just think that what we see with the Saints, man, that won't be fixed by any measurement of we got an extended period of time before the next game. They just need to make some moves and fix some stuff, man. And I don't know if they'll be able to do that, because Dennis Allen's notoriously poor in making some of these decisions that need to be made, right now. So that's the kickoff, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are returning the ball, and they get right up to the 20-yard line. I want to see right around the 20-yard line before he stopped. And it's just one of these situations, man, where you see so much stuff going on with the team, man, and it just stinks. All right, Philadelphia says Carr is playing selfishly with injuries. Most players are going to play because they want to play. You know what I'm saying? They'll play unless their limbs are snapped in half or whatever the case may be. Their gladiator mindset, they want to get out there and they want to contribute. That's just how that's how it operates. So, we can't fault him for him being him, or a player for being a player. That's why we have a head coach and people above him that says, yes, bro, you can't play right now. This is just not a good thing for you right now. We appreciate what you're trying to do, but ultimately, yeah, man, we got to shut you down for a couple of games so you get right. Okay, we got a false start penalty against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they just keep doing it. And they waved it off there. So Tampa Bay have a lot of stuff going on with them. But thank you, Philadelphia, for your super chat. Thank you. Far too kind. All right, so appreciate y'all, man, on that one. And like I said, we'll see what's going on. 2nd and 10 now for the Buccaneers. Now we'll see exactly what they need to do to kind of move the ball as they're sitting up at their own 18-yard line, man in motion from left to right. They got Mayfield in the shotgun, running back to his right. There's a snap, and he plays to the running back, but then keeps it, then tosses it down on a crossing route to number 14, who picks up about 6 yards on the play, maybe a little less, as Terrell, number 24, stops some open field tackle. So, yeah, we got some interesting stuff that we got to do. And they just, matter of fact, went to a game break as the Bears are beating up on the Raiders right there, 14-0. So the Raiders are not very good either. All right, 3rd and 4 now for Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield is in the shotgun with wide receivers on both sides of the formation. They are 2 and 4 on 3rd downs for Baker. You got 3 wide receivers to the right. You got 1 tight end to the left on the play. There's a snap. Atlanta's coming with the pressure. Baker stands and he makes a throw off to the left side to the to Goodwin, who picks up the first down and keeps the Tampa Bay offense on schedule. All right, new set of downs as Baker finds Godwin, and he goes from right to left, cycles through, and then locates Godwin and throws it to the left side, and he just gets pushed out of bounds. But at the end of the day, this is going through progressions and making plays, and this is what it looked like when you stay on schedule with different things. So 10-18 and counting now for Tampa Bay as they're marching. Atlanta leading 10-7. Baker's under center now with the running back behind the man goes in motion from right to left is Cade Otton. Play actions to the running back keeps it, and he's taking a shot down the field. He got a guy trailing and overthrows him by 5 yards. How about that? Baker Mayfield throwing some arm at as he tries to find number 18, Jarrett, the wide receiver, down the field, and threw the ball 5 yards out front of him on the play, showing a little arm, Baker, but not much accuracy on the play. But yeah, the guy, if boy, that'd have been kind of tough for him to get it because you had number 3, I think it's Jesse Bates, was running hip to hip with him. So if he would have caught that, that'd have been kind of a tough catch because he was right with him. All right, here we go. Shotgun Baker Mayfield there. Pressure's on. He scrambles, throws to the right, and it's just out front, the outstretched hands of his tight end, Cade Otton. Was that Otton on the play? I think that was the other tight end that he tried to throw to, and he just missed him. Yeah, Durham. He tried to find Durham to the right side, threw the ball. It wasn't the most accurate ball, but Durham did get hands on it. Usually when you do that, you're supposed to catch it. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 on the incompletion. All right. All right. What's up, Trey? Shout out to you, man. Good to see you there, man. Appreciate you. All right. 3rd and 10 for the Falcons. For the Buccaneers right now from their own 37, I want to say, 37-yard line. Baker in the shotgun. There's a snap. Atlanta coming with the pressure. Baker stands in there, fires to the right side, and it's overthrown because of the pressure. And there's a flag down on the play. So we'll see what the flag is. And Arthur Smith is talking and throwing his hands up, and we'll see. All right, so his flag is holding against the Falcons, so that'll bail out the Bucs, man. Number 1 gets hit with the charge. So Baker Mayfield gets some pressure from the right side, and he kind of hits Baker, but he didn't knock him to the ground. He held him up. And yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, no doubt about it. A lot of stuff going on right there. Arthur Smith's like he didn't see it. Of course you didn't see it. All right, so here we go. Fresh sets of downs now for the Buccaneers. Baker and the shotgun man in motion from right to left, and it's a play action to the running back, and Baker takes another shot on the check down, and the receiver, Vaughn, wasn't expecting it, and it pops right up off his hands. He wasn't expecting it, and Baker Mayfield kind of snuck it out there, and the guy just wasn't prepared for it. It popped right up off his hand. He had some room there. You got to make that catch, Vaughn. He turned and showed himself. I guess he wasn't ready for the ball at that moment. So, and he fired it out there to him, put it right on him. It hit him in a bad spot in his hands. All right, 2nd and 10 now as Tampa Bay, they kind of blowing a few opportunities. Atlanta's giving them some penalty there. They're at their own 43-yard line. There's a snap. Baker in the shotgun fires it right up to center to the tight end again. And he's still on his feet, wrestled down to the 42-yard line. He's in Falcon territory. No, I'm sorry, that's not tight end. That's Mike Evans. Evans make the grab from Baker, finds Mike Evans coming across the field, and he was able to make the play. I can't believe how wide open he was. Then he was able to break a few tackles and fall forward to get even more yards. Mike Evans is showing up in this game. 4 catches, 4 targets, 71 yards in the score. Mike Evans is in rhythm with Baker, man. They need to find him more often. All right, here come Baker Mayfield. He's under center. He got his running back. It appears to be look like it's a running play to me. They're at the 42-yard line. Man in motion from right to left. That's a handoff to the running back, dances around to the right side, and he'll be tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of maybe 3 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd and 8, they're saying here, on their gain of 2. Baker 13-21 for 135 and a touchdown. Not bad early for Baker. 8:42 on the clock. And Atlanta right now leading by 3 points, but Tampa Bay trying to get a touchdown on the board, man. All right, ball at the 40-yard line. Baker's in the shotgun with the running back next to him. They send a man in motion from left to right. And there's a snap, and he fires it to the motioning receiver off to the side, and is it enough for a first down? And he said it is a catch, and it is a new set of downs as he fires it to the motioning wide receiver. And I think he gets up to the 30-yard line, if I'm not mistaken. He does, and it's right at the 31-yard line. But that was a really nice throw off to the sideline that only the wide receiver can get, and he was able to make the grab. So 9 plays, 51 yards, almost 4 minutes right now. The Bucs marching on Atlanta's defense. All right, there it is. You got wide receivers to the left, 2 of them to the left, 1 to the right, and the running backs back. They're going to hand it off to the running back right at the center of the line, and it's about a gain of 4 on the play. All right, they're saying it's 3, so they bring up 2nd and 7 as Rachaad White ran right up the center of the defensive line for a gain of 3. So, yeah, they're doing a real job mixing it up right here. As you can see, 22 passes to 8 rushes by the offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield under center. You got 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's in the shotgun. Pressure coming. He steps up, missed the guy that's supposed to sack him, and find a wide open wide receiver who pushes himself into the 10-yard line. It's off to Rachaad White. And Baker Mayfield just put a move on a blitzing player, and the defensive lineman had him dead to right, and Baker just fools him and goes right around him and rips the throw to a wide open Rachaad White down to the right sideline. And he fires him, and the guy was out there, and he was not only picks up the first down, was able to get a little extra something as they get first and goal. Baker Mayfield, like I'm saying, Baker Mayfield don't play like the Baker Mayfield from the Browns, the crap days. He's gotten a lot better. You got to watch out because he's about to get a delay of game. And there's a snap right at the clock when it hits 0. He's facing, and the Falcons finally wrestle him down for a sack. So they finally get a hold to him that time to get the sack, and that'll bring up 2nd and goal right there. He'll lose some yardage as the pocket collapsed from the right side, and Baker Mayfield didn't have a place to run to. Yeah, he had nowhere to go, and he just goes down. He could have ran a little bit. He kind of got hit from behind. Well, the guy hit his arms, and he fumbled, and he went down to protect the ball. 12 plays, 71 yards, almost 6 minutes. Baker Mayfield in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. There's a snap, and Baker's firing toward the end zone, and it's deflected. He was going toward Mike Evans, and the ball was knocked away by Bates. Jesse Bates on the play deflected the ball. That'll bring up 3rd and goal now. He was trying to find Evans there, and the defensive back for the Falcons just did a good job of knocking the ball away. Because that was a touchdown, man. If he hadn't gotten his hand in there, that was an easy touchdown to Mike Evans. He saved the touchdown on that play because that was a touchdown right there. 3rd and goal now. And Baker in the shotgun, Rachaad White to his left, man in motion from left to right is Mike Evans is in motion and joins 3 people that way. White cycles behind to the right side there. He has time. He'll check it down to Rachaad White to the right side, and Rachaad White gets pushed out of bounds at the 6-yard line. So that'll bring up 4th and goal. They'll have to send the field goal kicker in there to tie the game, unless I'm pretty sure he won't try to go for it on 4th down on this one as he did early in the game. Just imagine if he would have taken, and I'm talking about Todd Bowles, if Todd had taken the field goal early on in the game, they can be up right now. You know, he went for it early on, and it was a turnover on downs, but that would have been a long-ass kick. But 24-yard attempt by their kicker there. And let's see if he can get it. There's a snap, and it's through. It's 10 up. So Tampa ties the game up 10-10. It could have been 13-10, so whatever. All right, anyway. All right, so shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all for being in the stream, man. Y'all hit the like button. We got almost 200 people in the building. Thank you, son. Y'all feel free to hit the like button. Much love to the fam. All right. All right. Yeah, we also need a dual threat QB, says Brock. Shout out to you. Painful Truth says, we know Allen is is dumpster juice, really. But we'll fill the dome every week with hope. Yeah, it's called hopium, my friend. It's a very dangerous thing. All right, TJ said the whole division sucks. All right, which is why the Saints are still in play here. We still in play here, right? If the division stinks, we're still in play, right? We're just 3-4. One, if Atlanta loses, they'll be 3-4. If Tampa Bay wins, they'll be 4-2. So I guess if you're if from a wins losses standpoint, I guess you would want Atlanta to win versus having the Tampa Bay win, because if Tampa wins, they go up 4-2 in the division. Versus Atlanta being 4-3, then Tampa drops to 3-3. So I guess it makes sense for you to want Atlanta to win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But either way, that as a whole doesn't help us unless the Saints get the winning. We got to get the winning. Rob says, which team do you want? Okay, I just answered that. I didn't even see that one. So there you go. All right. So Brock says, I think he didn't get fired because it was his first season and he inherited the team. He needed to go through the draft to draft his own players. And then we'll see what he can do after the season. He should go. I don't think the Saints get rid of Dennis Allen unless the Saints lose, like they are single digit losses. Like they just they just have a horrible effort. Like they don't win no more than 5 games or something like that. Like they take a dramatic step back from 7-10. They go from 7-10 to just like 5 and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then the pressure will be on him to do it. But remember last year when the pressure was on for them to get rid of Dennis Allen because he looked so bad last year what he was doing. And a lot of decisions that hurt the team was by his hands. His hands, how he handled the quarterback decision during the injury play when the man came back off the IR. He was healthy enough to go. He's a better dude in there. He refused to have a change at the quarterback position, which we needed a spark. He would not give us the spark because he put his own petty feelings over the team, which that's why I said he needed to be fired, because that shouldn't be a head coach that you're not going to follow that type of dude that's preaching team principles, but he puts his own petty emotions above the team. That's not a real head coach or one that's going to win games in the league. We know we got a lot of coaches out there that big time ego, but a lot of them smart enough and controlled enough not to let their petty emotions override the team from winning. If you have a better option at the quarterback position last year, you could have played him to create a spark or do something differently. You see, even if you had to move around to see if you can bring people into the building, do something. Just don't sit up there and watch the thing sink. So, I mean, it's like I said, he's on a very short leash, man, very short leash. All right, so here we go. Atlanta gets the ball at their own 25-yard line, man, in motion from right to left. In the shotgun is Ritter. He turns and fires the ball to his tight end, Smith. Is that Smith? No, I'm sorry. That's Pitts. He finds Pitts for a gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards on the play. We'll see with 2nd down and 5. So a gain of 5 on the play from Ritter finding his guy. Less than 5 minutes now. They're kind of hurrying up everything as Tyler Algieri is in the backfield along with Ritter in the shotgun. There's a snap, and it's going to be another flag down. Very sloppy performance by both teams. And we'll see what the call is on the play. All right. Okay, it's no call on the play, but they kind of. Okay, so it was a substitution thing. So the referee stopped it for, didn't allow them to create any substitution. So it's no penalty. It's just they just stop it to reset the play so everybody have an opportunity fairly to kind of get lined up. 4:52 as the clock stop is 2nd and okay, they started now. 2nd and 5. They're at their own 30-yard line, Atlanta, in shotgun. There's a play action to the running back. Ritter is then scrambled to the right side. He picks up the 30, the 35, and gets pushed out of bounds on the play. So Ritter using his legs on the play as he scrambles off to the right side. And looked like he wanted to throw to the left. And then when he scrambled to the right, he just decided to keep the ball like it was a rollout play of sorts. And he got enough to get the 1st down. So it's 1st and 10. All right, 4:35 and counting down. Atlanta trying to do a little something. Both of these teams right now are, from an offensive standpoint, very sloppy football. All right, in the shotgun, you got 1 wide receiver to the right, 2 to the left. There's a snap out the shotgun. Ritter fires down to the left sideline. He finds Drake London, who spin moves into the 45-yard line down to Tampa Bay territory as he gets thrown out of bounds by one of the Tampa Bay defenders. So now that he makes the catch right around the 50, then he did like a spin move inside the field to pick up 5 additional yards before a Tampa Bay receiver grabbed him, or a defender that is, grabbed him and pushed him out of bounds. Or I think it looked like he might have stepped out. No, he was still inbound. Okay, so they're saying he stepped out. I didn't see him stepped out at the 50, and there's a toss play to Patterson off to the left. He tried to switch right, then went. I mean, move to the right, then cut back to the left, and not much of a gain on that play right there. Play looked disjointed. Not a good looking play by Atlanta that time around. All right, they kind of moving to trying to operate with pace now. Atlanta and Patterson looked like he got shook up on something. He took his helmet off, so we'll see. All right, the Ritter in the shotgun is 2nd and 8 on their gain of 2 on that disjointed play. Ritter looking. Let's see what he can do. He got receivers on both sides of the formation. Atlanta's there's a snap. Stands strong and delivers the ball, and it's going to be a flag down on the play. And it looked like it might be against the Buccaneers on the play. It might help out the Falcons. We'll see what the call is. A lot of flags flying out here on both teams. It's a pass interference against the Buccaneers, and that'll give them a set of new downs right there. It's against number 29, Izine or Ezine, and they'll say, "Come on off here, man." They'll tell him to come up off this field, come on to the sideline, bro. Come on out. Yeah, and I didn't see the pass interference. I didn't see it. I didn't see it on that replay. 9 penalties right now for what is it? 45, 50, 55 yards for both teams. All right, that gets him to the 38-yard line of the Buccaneers as Ritter's in the shotgun. He hands the ball off left, and he finds Patterson to the left, and he gets a gain of about 3 yards maybe for Patterson. He runs off the field. It'll be 2nd and 7 as they're trying to operate with pace. 10-10 tie score, all less than 3 and counting down. Ritter breaks the huddle. His fullback is in there with Tyler Algieri. Behind him might be a running play. He turns and hands the ball off the Algieri right up the center, and he just punches his way down to the 29-yard line, or look like they're going to stop him at the 30. He'll be 2 yards shy of the first down, so that brings up 3rd and 2. 2:28 and counting down for Falcons. All right, so let's see what happens here. Is that the Falcons have some type of momentum, man. They could take possessions of it now. All right. All right, it's almost 2 minutes. Look like Atlanta's just going to let it go on down to the 2-minute warning. And they're not going to run another play. They're just going to let it stop at the 2-minute warning. I don't know why they would do that, but it is what it is. I guess they're trying to eat up as much clock as they possibly can. As they're now at the 2-minute warning, they'll kind of get back and try to see if they can figure out something to do. As they hit the 2-minute warning, the score is 10-10. Very sloppy game right now between both these teams, man. I got to say, very sloppy football going on right now between both these teams. Very sloppy. A lot of pre-snap penalties, really ugly football right now, but at least they're putting touchdowns on the board. Painful Truth says, and the players see that silly emotional ego as well. Q. Oh, yeah, if we see it, listen, family. If they see it, if we see it, they see it because we see all of it. And I don't know if they think we see it. It'd be like, oh, they just such and such. They don't see all of the stuff. They don't see such and such. They really think that. Some of them think that. They just fanatics. That's why I was like, I would caution you to not call yourself a fanatic, because most people don't listen to fanatics, because it has a negative connotation on it intellectually. What you call a religious fanatic, huh? A zealot? What you call them? I'm just asking the question. So you got to be careful of the connotations people like to put on you. That's why I always frown down and kick against the term fanatic or fan short for fanatic. I would not take that on to myself, because nobody gives fanatics respect. I'm just keeping it real with you. A fanatic will do whatever people tell them to. They avoid of intellectualism. I'm just keeping it real. That's what a fanatic. It implies that you just emotionally driven to a point beyond logic. You just fanatical. You can't be reached intellectually speaking. You can't be reached. You just out on a limb somewhere. You just gone. So I would caution people to use that label. But, if you're a supporter, that's a different connotation emotionally and every other way. When you're a supporter of something, you support it. So I think they pick these terms because they know what they're trying to do. They don't want you to be kind of going after them like we going after them. But like I said, it's been a long time since I've seen the supporter base and the media who write on the team on code with each other to the point where they are like, on a line right at the team. And when you see that, usually you're going to see some improvement from the team, because the two things that impact the team, the people that cover the team and take the information back to the people that support the team, when they're in line, man, that's a whole nother energy that the team can't stand against. And, they got to understand, they got to make adjustments. This is not 10 years ago where you could do whatever you want and think people are going to support you. No, they're a lot more intelligent than they ever were as a collective. All right, so here we go. Atlanta gets the handoff ball with a hell of a run by Tyler Algieri, breaks it all the way down to the 11-yard line. And there's a flag down right away, and it's probably going to come back. It's probably coming back. It is coming back. It's going to be a holding against Atlanta. Ball with a sloppy brand of football early on by both these teams. The injuries are killing them. Because Tyler Algieri got all the way down to the 9-yard line, I want to say. He got inside the 20-yard line on that run. But, it's coming back. There, Elvin Gentry's little brother's talking about it. We'll see what he comes up with. You'll see what he coming up with here. And it's holding against the Falcons. It'll back them up. And it'll back them up. So it'll back them up. So hit the backup button. And to be honest with you, I didn't see any holding on that play. I'm gonna be honest with you. I seen some good blocking. I didn't see any holding on that play. When he's saying the lineman, if it was on Hollins, I didn't see the lineman. If Hollins hold, that's Hollins, but I didn't see the lineman doing any hold. But they said it was on Mac Hollins, but they showed the lineman running. I'm like, But anyway, it'll bring up. They got a substitution that they're allowing them to make. They're slowing the game up something fierce, man. And then Falcons just say, let's call a timeout here. It's 3rd and 7 now. A very sloppy football before the half, man. Sloppy ball. All right. Shout out to the fam, man. Yes. All right, Carl Marky Mark says, go Bucks. I hope the Falcons choke on and L. Don't care about divisional position. We need to be out of continuing to wait for something to possibly be changed. Okay, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. All right. Yes, Paid for Truth says you're right, Q. A fanatic doesn't work in logic, just fandom. Yeah, indeed. That's they pick these words for a reason. That's why I kick against it. They don't want you to have a supporter mind frame, because that means you'll have a direct impact on the team. They just won't take your money and do whatever they want to do. It's too much responsibility for us to listen to you and take your money. Just how it should go, man. Telling you. All right. Shout out to you, Pelicans, Nola. Brother Wallace, good to see you, man. All right. So far, man, we'll see exactly what's going on. And Bijan Robinson, how they got the game with Bijan with no touches, man? What's going on here? Are they trying to lose the game? And there he is. They finally get him in the game, man, where he could be able to try to give him the ball. 3rd and 7 now. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. I don't understand how you running with your best player not getting any touches in this game. That's total crazy, man. That's totally crazy. But anyway, shotgun. There's a snap. And there's a quick throw, good throw by Ritter, and he finds his target on a little slant route there, and he gets all the way down to the 24, I want to say. Maybe, no, I'm sorry. Maybe the 23-yard line, somewhere in there. Drake London with the catch. 1:30 on the clock. They need to pick up the tempo here. See if they can get in the end zone and get a score before halftime. Bucks trying to stop them. 1:26 and counting down. They're sitting up at the 23-yard line. Ritter under center, showing like it's going to be a running play. We'll see if it is or not. Turns, and it's a handoff to Patterson to the left side. Patterson makes a move, runs over somebody, and gets all the way down to the 10-yard line. Patterson with the run. Not a bad run by Patterson. And he just lowers his shoulder and just runs over a couple of Tampa Bay guys. He was going to the right, then cut back to the left and runs over the DB, and it takes several Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, he just ran over number 34. He just brutally ran over number 34. All right, so they get down to the 10-yard line inside Tampa Bay territory. Shotgun. Hand off to the left. It's Patterson again, and this time around, the Buck says no, sir. He gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No game, and to bring up second and goal. That time, Mr. White is on the stoppage on the play. Says enough is enough. They'll have to stop the clock. Is at 27 seconds. Atlanta has one timeout left, man, and we'll see how it goes. All right. All right. So anyway, what's up, cool man? How you doing, sir? Appreciate you. Say, whoa, Q. I'm just coming through. We need Tampa Bay to lose, right? They beat us. Yeah, yeah. I would. It makes sense. Atlanta wins. They go 4-3. Tampa Bay loses. They go 3-3. So it makes sense for Atlanta from a Saints standpoint. Watching the game, you would cheer for Atlanta to beat the Bucks, being that the Bucks beat us early on because we couldn't take care of our own business. So we got to get the Falcons to help us out. That's when you know you're kind of messed up, when you're asking the Falcons for help, man. You know you're in dire straits. All right, there is the quarterback. He's in the shotgun with Bijan Robinson directly behind him. Sends a man in the motion from right to left as Hollins looked like. There's a snap. Pressure coming, and the ball is thrown to the fullback, and not much is gained. Looked like he might have lost a yard on the play as he's true to Smith, the fullback, and it'll still bring up third and goal. As if the Buccaneers looking like, and they're locking things down right here, man. Bucks locking it down. Falcons burn their final timeout, and by the looks of it, look like Tampa Bay is going to try to force them to kick a field goal here before the half. Yeah, Bronze guy, shout out to you, fam. He says, amazingly how we supposed to be running Miller and Jamal the same way. Yeah, sometimes you think like Pete Carmichael, you can see Alvin Kamara saying, hey, you had to go to Pete Carmichael about running the ball. That should never be the case. He should be always getting ready to feed Alvin Kamara with the football any chance he get, because you know positive things happen. I wouldn't be mad if they actually found a real fullback to block for him too, and that he don't have to run naked or without a blocker in front of him. It'd probably be better if he would find a blocker to block. All right, here we go. Shotgun for the Falcons. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. And Desmond Ridder is knocked down. The ball is loose, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers pick up the ball. They retrieve it. They get the ball, and they stop whatever Atlanta was trying to do. As the blitz came in, it knocked Ridder down. The ball came loose, and Tampa Bay's defense got the ball back. And Tampa Bay defense, and I knew it. I was like, the energy, you could feel the energy. They were coming, and they just got in there and just blasted Ridder down, and it was enough. Yeah, that was definitely a really good play. Number 7 just hit the ball and pushed it out of his hands, and Tampa Bay was able to retrieve it. And with 17 seconds, so they even stopped them from getting a field goal attempt out of it. There's no points at all as the turnover of the game. And the defense erases Atlanta's opportunity to get a field goal or anything out of it. And they get it. So it's a possibility they're going to just sit on it with the victory formation and take it into halftime. Defense did a wonderful job there, man. They saved them from a field goal by getting a turnover, and that'll be halftime. Now, as we go into the half, 10-all. How about that, man? How about that? All right. Yes. All right. Nearly came true. All right. Yeah, it's one of them things, man. They're doing a great time. Okay, Rob said, yeah, yes, sir. We are doing some scouting here. We've seen the Buccaneers. We've getting an opportunity to look at Atlanta to see how they look. They don't look too good right now. They kind of struggling a bit too. But in the end, we knew this was going to happen with Atlanta. You got a young quarterback. Anytime you have a young quarterback, there are going to be some struggles. We know that, man. We know that. Anytime you got a young quarterback, there are going to be struggles with him trying to figure things out. That's just a part of the game, That's just part of how things go. Okay, fam, let's just get into the scouting. The halftime statistics. A very sloppy affair between both of these teams so far. 10-10, Tampa Bay stops them before halftime, and this is how it looks. First down, Tampa Bay 12-11. You can see the third down conversions, 3 out of 6 for both clubs. That 0-1 fourth down thing, they could have been up by 13-10 in the game. Bowles went for it early on. It was a bad decision for him to go for it there. It ended up with a turnover on downs. They could have got a points out of a long field goal. Who knows? Total plays 35-30 in favor of the Buccaneers. 183-179 in favor of the Bucks. Everything's so close. The drives are 5-4. Bucks averaging 5.2 yards per play versus 6 flat by the Falcons. 166 versus 121 advantage Tampa Bay. 16 to 25 is the attempts there versus 11 to 14. 6.4 is the pass yards per attempt for Bucks versus 8.1 by the Falcons. You can see the rushing attempts. 15 rushing attempts by the Atlanta Falcons in the first half with 4 yards per rush versus 17 rushing yards off of 9 attempts by the Bucks under 2 yards per carry. The red zone, 1 out of 3 in the red zone for the Falcons versus 0 for 1 by the Bucks in the red zone, and 1 turnover is the one you just seen. 16:53 is time of possession for the Bucks versus 13:07 versus the Falcons in the game. All right, let's take a look at some of the injuries. Some of the individual statistics from both teams. Baker Mayfield, 16 to 25 for 171, averaging almost 7 yards per throw. He has a touchdown to Mike Evans. He was sacked 1 time, 97.2 is his rating. Running game, not too much popping as Keyshawn Vaughn, the top back, 11 yards on 3 carries, not much shaking, 17 as a unit. The Tampa Bay receiving game, Mike Evans, 4 catches for 71 yards off of 5 targets. Rashad White is 4 for 44, 4 targets in the game. Godwin, 3 for 21 off of 5 catches in the matchup. Not much shaking there. And of course, you look at the defensive side by the Buccaneers. LaFonde David is their top guy, 6 tackles in the matchup. And of course, Shaq Barrett and Kalijah Kancey both split a sack early on. The Atlanta numbers, Desmond Ridder is 11 to 14 for $132, averaging almost 9.5 yards per throw. He did, and you get a sack, but his rating is not bad, 106.1, no turnovers. Tyler Elwell, he just got the fumble off the blitz that happened to him that kind of gnawed out and erased what could have been 3 points. Tyler Algieri, 7 carries for 26 yards. Patterson so far has 6 carries for 25 yards. Ridder, 2 scrambles for 7. Bijan Robinson, no carries at all, man. That's your best player, offensively speaking. Try to explain to me why, Atlanta Falcon people, why Bijan Robinson doesn't even have a carry in this game, or even a pass attempt in his direction. I don't see how or why that's not even a thing. That's probably why they're losing this game. How do you even explain that? How does that's the thing when I talk about how is it even possible that we're watching, and of course I'm seeing the Colts beating the Browns right now 21 to 14. That's our next four. It's very interesting to see that he has no impact on this game and the guy is healthy out there. It's totally stupid, man. Very bad decision making by the Falcons early on, not getting their best player involved. Drake London, 3 catches for 33 yards. The biggest one about Scotty Miller, the slot man, he has 1 catch for 46 yards, like a one that got him deep down there. Outside of that, nothing consistent, nothing stable. Second half has got to be a heavy dose of Bijan Robinson, man, to kind of open this thing up. I don't get that. Nate Landman is their top tackler there. They have 1 sack. It's Kalijah Campbell gets 1 sack there. No interceptions on either side of the ball. And both kickers have 1 field goal apiece, 10-10 at the half. So we'll see how all that shakes and moves forward. But let's take a look at the scoreboard right now for the games that's going on currently. The Raiders trailing the Bears, the 1-5 Bears, 14-3 at half. The Browns are, with 2 minutes left to go in the first half, are losing to the Colts 21-17 when they just showed Deshaun Watson got knocked out of the game again. So 21-17, Gardner Minshew doing his thing, 146 yards with a touchdown. The Bills are trailing the Patriots. How about that? 13-3 right now at halftime. And you see the Patriots trying to get going. So anybody could be anybody. The Bills have been kind of up and down, but they really need to kind of snap to it and knock the Patriots off, man. All right, Giants right now, one Giant team beating the Commanders 14-0. The Falcons, as we know, we're watching that game tied up 10-10 with the Bucks. Lions, this is a big one right here. At halftime, the Ravens are killing the Lions 28-0. Lamar Jackson, 255 yards and 2 touchdowns on the day. The Lions just, man, they're getting handled right now, 28-0. And of course, we know later on in the day, you'll see the Steelers and Rams matchups, Cardinals at the Seahawks. The Packers take a trip to Sean Payton's 1-5 Broncos club. And Sean Payton's not only 1-5, but he's 0-3 at home So Sean Payton is gonna have to definitely get on the winning side of things. Boy, is he having a tough time in Denver. I had, of course, the Chargers right now against the Chiefs later on, and then tonight's matchup at 7:20 matchup on NBC. The Dolphins at 5-1 take on the Eagles at 5-1, which is actually a really good game to see the Dolphins and the Eagles match up against each other. The Tua doing his thing, 14 touchdowns on the season versus 5 interceptions. Hill, 42 catches with 6 touchdowns. So we're gonna see a very interesting matchup, the Dolphins and the Eagles later on today. And of course, we know about the Thursday matchup. The Saints lost yet again. They fall to 3-4, and the Monday night matchup is the Niners and the Vikings. I'm expecting the Niners to handle their business on the Vikings. But then again, whoever comes to play, we'll see how it all works. So anyway, that's that's what's going on currently right now in the NFL right there. I'm surprised by the Detroit Lions getting beat up by the Ravens. That's really a shocker. But this is the NFL, and things like that happen if you don't have your game. So right now it's 10-10 at halftime, man. Both teams sloppy football all around, as much as you can handle. All right, so let's hit that the chat up and see what some of the family members are thinking about this matchup here. Almost 200 people in the building. All right. Let's see what some of the family members are saying. What's up, Tragic? Says ATL tanking for a top QB in the draft. Okay. What's up, Ricky? He says, Q, he coming second half. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You better put him in there the second half. I'm like, how? That's why they're losing. I don't understand how you look at you got Bijan Robinson, who's a just outer worldly player. He has 0 carries and 0 passing attempts thrown to him. I just if how does that even happen? You know what I'm saying? That's like the Saints doing that with Elvin Kamara. He got 0 anything going to him. Like how is Arthur Smith watching this game and not wondering in his head, where's Bijan Robinson at? Hey, offensive coordinator, where is this guy at? Where is he at? Why is he not getting you? If you're a head coach of any professional team, you don't see that your best player is not involved in the game, which could explain why you stink right now, why you not moving the ball. I just don't understand where these guys' heads be at times, man. I don't know. T-Cell says Penning is the next Jameis. He said, I don't blame the Saints. I blame people who goes to the games. If you go to a restaurant and they feed you raw food, would you go back? Hell no. If so, then who do you blame? The blame game falls in many different directions. Off the field, you could put right away, Dennis Allen gets the blame. He's the head coach. That's how it falls, right? But if you go specifically to the area of the team that is not playing correctly, it's the offense. Who's the head of the offense? It's Pete Carmichael. And then, of course, it translates from there to who is underperforming on the field, who touches the ball more than anybody on the field is Derek Carr. So it's a very easy line to find out what's going on, what's going wrong in that particular area of the team. Like, we know those are the 3 guys. It's like not one person at blame, but those are the 3 guys exclusively that if you want to locate or focalize where the errors are happening, that is with those 3 guys. Dennis Allen needs to put more pressure on Pete Carmichael to make changes in the offense, whether that's allowing Ronald Curry to call plays, looking at Derek Carr's medicals and saying, listen, this guy is struggling because he's hurt. His play, his passes, or his accuracy is up and down at times. He can't throw across his body without being in excruciating pain. He shouldn't really be out there. That's my take. I don't think he should be out there. I'm against him playing because I think he's a lot more hurt than what they're saying that he is. He doesn't need to be playing. And it's not like you need to keep him out there. You can sit him down for a couple of games, let him get right. You got a veteran quarterback behind you. You got a lot of time now to get him ready for the game against the Colts. You need to find a fullback too. You need to find a fullback that can actually block. We need a fullback. We really do. We need a damn fullback out there. Look what Colin Saunders was able to do, and he's a nose tackle playing at the fullback position. That goes to show you need to go find a real fullback to block, even if you got to trade for one and give up a 6 or 7 round pick to go and find you one of these big nasty fullbacks. Like, he's a big fullback that's a third, like it's almost like a third lineman that can punch open holes for a guy like Elvin Kamara, for a guy like Jamal Williams, for a guy like DeAndre Miller. We need to utilize and lean on the three running back room. We need to find a really good fullback to really run them power wide formations. That's what I'm thinking. If you can implement some of that, plus the fact that the Saints kind of sparked on something with the 2-minute offense, which is basic traditional game, that if your offense is stalling out, you're supposed to jump into the 2-minute offense, which is just a higher pace offense to help them gain rhythm. And then you jump out of it and then go back into your regular offense. You're supposed to transform or transmute the energy from that 2-minute warning into your regular offense and create pace. And for them to do that late in the game was very low IQ football, in my opinion. Somebody's not thinking, somebody's not forcing somebody to think, and they're reacting too slow, which is what translates into losses. So I can understand to a degree when they say one play doesn't lose the game, because they only scored 9 points through 3 quarters and try to pile on a bunch of points in the fourth quarter with Foster Moreau dropping a touchdown pass in the back of the left side of the end zone. So it's a lot of stuff they can do. We just laid out a whole game plan. The only question is, will they do that? Do they have the wherewithal or the IQ to be able to make the adjustments that's needed to get the offense on pace? That's what it comes down to. I know that's a mouthful. It's a lot to say, but I've been saying that for some time now, and that is something that they can do that can help them. So we'll see if they do that or not. We'll see. All right, so big ups to the fam. Appreciate y'all. Gundam, good to see you, fam. Much love. Carl says Atlanta hates us so much that they're trying to throw the game. I don't know if they're trying to throw the game. I just think they're incredibly sloppy. I've watched this Desmond Ritter thing, and really what will help him out is this is just stupid football to me, low IQ football, because Bijan Robinson is the best player that they have. I ain't gonna say because they got Kyle Pitts, but Pitts hasn't really, even though he's terrific, he hadn't really kind of installed himself as the guy. He's tearing up the league, he adds to what they're doing. But really, the guy that really drives them, because Ritter is basically a game manager. He's just a game managing quarterback. But the offense is driven by their running attack. That's why the guy drafted Bijan Robinson and paired him with Tyler Algieri, because he wanted a strong running game to operate, and he uses Patterson, which is good. Patterson, Tyler Algieri, Bijan Robinson, these guys are all power style runners. And you can see that's Arthur Smith's mentality, is to run the football at his team. Now, this to kick off from left to right to Atlanta. Patterson on the return gets to the 25 down to the 31-yard line, maybe the 30-yard line, and they'll pick up from there as Atlanta Desmond Ritter runs out onto the field. So now they're talking about, I see Christina Pink talking about, she talked to him, and it's like, we got to get that going. And I'm like, in my head, do you really want to win? How does Bijan Robinson not included at all in the first half? I mean, I just don't understand how you even let that happen. How do you get that distracted, or you don't give a damn that much where the man's not available? So they're going to try to make him a focal point in the second half. It's totally crazy. All right, first play, it's a toss play to Tyler Algieri, and he gets blown up for a loss of at least 4 yards in the backfield. And they come Atlanta. I mean, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense comes with some pressure, and they get Tyler Algieri and stands him up back there for a loss of 4. Bottom line, and Tampa Bay, that's another thing about Tampa, running left to right on Tampa Bay. It's not a good idea. They're a fast defense, so they lose 4. Second and 4, 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and the shotgun is Desmond Ritter by himself. There's a snap, pressure's coming. Ritter stands, fires to the left, and to Drake London, who's wrestled out of bounds. And we'll see. It brings up third down, and he's maybe short by 3 or 4, maybe 5 yards on the play. We'll see. As Robinson is still sitting on the sideline. 3rd and 8 now. How is Bijan Robinson not in there on 3rd and 8? That's ridiculous. That Tyler, this type of stuff makes me wonder about, are these teams trying to win the game by keeping him? There's nothing wrong with him. 3 wide receivers to the right, you got 2 to the left, and the shotgun is Ritter, and your best player is not even on the field. And then he stands in there, throws the ball, and it's deflected at the line of scrimmage, and they coming out of there. I don't know what they're doing in there, but Arthur Smith, I don't know if he's trying to throw this game or not by keeping by keeping Bijan Robinson out of there, because none of this make any sense to me. I watched the Atlanta Falcons team play, but it makes 0 sense for these guys to be in there trying to do it, and Robinson don't even have an opportunity. It's crazy, man. Are they trying to throw this game? Jeez. 4th and 8. I know Atlanta people got to be livid by the fact that Robinson don't even have any carries. What's going on there? All right. Anyway, Robert says, "Son, here's the kick from left to from right to left, and he fair catched right at the 20-yard line as the return man, and a flag's down all the way. It's just crazy. Robinson has nothing going on right now. They're not even putting him on the field. Is he hurt or something? Y'all let me know in the chat what's going on with Bijan Robinson. Is he hurt? Then there's a holding on the receiving team. So they back him up by 10 yards, backing him up. Yeah, some people saying they're thinking he's sick. Yeah, they're saying they're thinking he's sick. I don't know what's going on with him, man. But if he's sick, he shouldn't even be suited up to play. I don't know what's going on with that. That's crazy. Gundam said, "I never thought Derek Carr would be this much of a whiner, crybaby. I'm hurt, diva drama." I wouldn't even call him a diva on that. That's petulant kid level stuff that's going on. It's petulant kid level stuff that's going on right now with Derek Carr. It's petulant. You know, how you fussing with guys that been on this team longer than you have, that been exposed to the system longer than you have? I mean, how do you not humble yourself and say, "Listen, that's on me. I'm sorry." And then listen, that loses its impactfulness. Let's say, for instance, you got somebody you work with and they fussing the ball. I know most of y'all won't let no boss fuss at y'all. But let's say that, for instance, that it did happen. And then the guy apologizes later on in the day, then does it again, then apologizes again, then does it again, and apologizes for it again. How does that impact your view of this person in that scenario to you? If a person's a hothead and they fuss and they say, "I'm sorry," then they fuss and say, "I'm sorry," then they fuss at you, "Yeah, I'm sorry," what kind of impact would that have with you? Just think about what I'm asking, because that's what basically what's going on. Think about it. You know. All right, gonna say he thinks the guy's sick. Says True Louis Animal says sounds like Carmichael working in disguise. They're not moving the ball correctly. They don't have their best players on the field. Cool Man says, "But watch when they play us, they're gonna have everybody, including the water boy." We don't see the Falcons until several weeks from now. You know, the Falcons, we don't see the Falcons for a whiles away. We still have several other teams that we got to play. But so before we see the Falcons, we don't see the Falcons for at least another month. That's 11 November the 26th, after a bye week. So we have 3 games plus a bye week. We got a month worth of games before we get to Atlanta. You got the Colts next in Indianapolis. Then you come home for one home game against the Bears. Then you have a road game against the Vikings. Then you get a bye. Then you open up on the road against the Falcons. We got a month worth of games before we see the Falcons. So I don't get what they're doing, but it's stupid. All right, here we go. The Bucs picking up the ball from their own 9-yard line. Under center is Baker Mayfield, showing a power eye look. Fullback is out, turns, play action to the running back, but he's going to keep it and toss it down the field. And it is knocked away by Terrell, number 24, as he tries to fire. Baker Mayfield tries to find Evans to the left side, and Terrell is on there to knock the ball away. He was right on his hip the whole way. And soon as he cut into the break, Terrell was right there and knocked the ball away. It was very, very easy because he didn't create much separation. And Baker Mayfield gets knocked on his butt, and he was looking for the roughing the passer play. The referee says, "No, we ain't going to give you that all the time." All right, 2nd and 10. Shotgun Baker Mayfield, receivers on both sides of the formation, running back to his right. There's a snap. He's going to draw it to the running back, runs up the center, and gets to the 15-yard line for a gain of about 5. So to set up 3rd and 5 for the Bucs. All right, hit him with the draw to Rachaad White, right up the center of the defense, only a 5-yard gain. So 3rd and 5 for Baker Mayfield. They're trying to get the running game going, a little balance going there. All right, Greg says, "Just the Carr's just ignorant." You know what? That doesn't want to take accountability for his role in the offense. That won't help. That's going to end up causing major fractures in the team. There's already cracks there when you see people doing that in the social media. Just a second. All right, here go Baker Mayfield, shotgun 3rd and 5. You got 3 wide receivers bunched to the left, and there's snap pressure coming. Baker Mayfield stands and checks it down to the running back, and he's right at the first down. See whether if the referee spots him at, and he's right on the line. I'm gonna say that's a first down. I'm gonna say it's a first down. He walked right up to the line and put it on the line. Looked like a first down to me. Baker Mayfield stands in the pocket and just dumps it down to his receiver there, and the receiver was able to turn and gets right at the first down yard. That was Goodwin. Set of downs at the 20. Shotgun Baker. There's a snap thrown to the right, ball overthrown, and there's going to be a flag down, no doubt about it, as Evans was grabbing at his face mask, saying the guy grabbed my face mask. So we'll see if that's the call, as A.J. Terrell is really having a problem with Mike Evans. You can see he's not a Lattimore. Yeah, he's definitely not a Lattimore. A.J. Terrell is far from Marshawn Lattimore. Let me tell you something. All right, Mike Evans saying the guy grabbed my face mask, but they gave him the illegal hands to the face. New set of downs for the Buccaneers. All right, they're marching. Boy, I tell you, penalties, 12 penalties, man, right now between both of these teams. There's a lot of penalties going on between both of these teams, man. A lot of bad play. Baker Mayfield on the center turns and hands the ball right up the center to his running back, who gets all the way down, damn near to their own 45, and then a late flag out. At the completion of the run, a late flag comes out. As soon as the running back goes down on the ground, a late flag. Let's see what Elvin Gentry's brother, is going to make the call. Holding against the Buccaneers, Elvin Gentry says, back them on up. Put the music on. All right, Elvin Gentry brother said, back him on up, put the forklift on, and that's what he did on the play. And boy, I'm just asking, if it was the flag came out way late. It didn't happen. The flag usually come out, and I question those late calls like that when they have the late flag. That flag didn't come out till after the run was completed and the guy went down. Those are really questionable, really interesting calls for those referees to make, because usually if you've seen that hole, you throw that flag right away. When they came out that late, something suspicious about that. Shotgun, and there's a man in motion from left to right. It's a tap to Palmer, and he's cartoned off real quick, tries to reverse, and boy, he kind of finds a little bit. There's the ball down on the ground, and the Falcons look like they might have retrieved the ball as the number 83 Palmer was running around, and he put the damn ball on the ground. Falcons saying it's their ball, and the referee Gentry's brother said, yes, sir, it is the Atlanta Falcons ball. You can go ahead and take it. So 11:30 on the clock right there. The Palmer running down, and he just put it down on the ground. He should have had some hands, not the palm on the ball, and they stripped it out of there. And look, he just got just a good. That's Caden Ellis. Looks like Caden Ellis puts it on the ground there. No, that wasn't Caden. It was another a linebacker, number 53. Just the guy was trying to reverse it, and he just poked it right on up out of there. And then Atlanta dived on it, and that's another crazy turnover. So hopefully we'll see what they do with it on this play. Atlanta gets the ball back from them and forced the turnover. It's not a bad play. So they're at their 32, I want to say, the 27-yard line, I want to say. They run off. Atlanta runs the ball off to the right side. It's not a gain anything. It's Tyler Algieri gets back to the line of scrimmage. They're using Tyler Algieri a lot. Something wrong with Bijan Robinson. I don't know what's going on. They got him dressed and sitting on the sideline, and they're running everybody but him. Hell, they gave me a carry. I'm like, man, hold on. I don't even play for y'all. I'm getting carries over Bijan Robinson. Don't worry about that. You want to check or not? Nah, I'm good. All right. Shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the left for the Falcons, 1 to the right. There's a snap. Looking to the left, fires the ball on the slant route to Algieri, gets to the 20-yard line. They're about 3 or 4 yards shy of the first down on the play. So they'll bring up there. So, yeah, something wrong with Robinson, man. I don't know what's going on with him, but they're giving everybody an opportunity to carry the damn ball. Everybody. All right. Gundam says Baker Mayfield get the ball out quickly. It's upsetting, but no, our QB is indecisive and slow. Yes, indeed. All right, here we go from there. 19-yard line, handoff to Algieri, and he gets the first down. And maybe a yard after that as they get closer to maybe the 12-yard line on the play. So they march to score. Big play by the Falcons defense, forcing a turnover deep in Tampa Bay territory, giving Atlanta a short field and some momentum. Can Desmond Ridder and the Atlanta Falcon offense punch the ball in to get them up 7 to 10? We'll see. As we can see, Arthur Smith's calling the play. A lot of people saying they don't want Arthur Smith calling these plays, but he kind of looks like a guy that won't you be able to have to arm wrestle him for the play calling sheet. All right, that's the shotgun Ridder. He has a running back behind him. He turns, hands the ball off to Patterson. Patterson dances around a little bit, gets wrapped up by several Tampa Bay defenders for a gain of maybe a yard, if he's lucky too. So we'll see second down, and it could be 8 yards or something like that. Not much shaking, not much offensive imagination by the Atlanta Falcons. Let me tell you something. But that's the knock on their head coach. Their head coach calls the plays too. And a lot of the people I know, Lowe told me that they really want him to stop calling the plays and let somebody else do it. Yeah. We have the same problem with offense coordinator. Shotgun for Ritter. Man and most from right to left. You got two running back in the backfield for protection. Ritter looking and he checks it down. Ball thrown terribly. Algieri some kind of way was able to get the ball, be able to pull the ball in, but it'll be not much shaking on that, if anything. Right. It was a really tough catch because the Tampa Bay defender was right on him soon as he made the grab. So that'll bring up 3rd and 8 now. And we'll see if the Falcons could be able to do something about that and do this in the shotgun. They got two wide receivers to both sides of formation, running back next to him and there. And there's a snap. Tampa Bay comes with the pressure ball out to the right side to Drake London. Oh my goodness, Drake London got up, then he got stopped at the 1-yard line, right at the line. Boy, did he take a face full of turf. The guy upended him, and he landed really awkwardly with his face down in the turf. Boom. And that usually gets right there. The guy upended him, and he goes down face first in the turf. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, I was like, my goodness, he tucked it over like a beer barrel. And they need to go and check that dude, man. He went down really awkwardly on his head, his neck, and he need to be checked out as soon as possible, man. He went down real weirdly, man. Y'all seen that? It's like somebody pushed over 3 beer barrels and they just landed awkwardly off of a platform. That's how Drake London did, man. And he kept a hold to the ball too, by the way. He gets ended up and just boom, boom. Like it's just an ugly fall. He tried to brace himself, but and then all his weight came down on his neck area. They need to check that dude out because it's more than his pride is hurt here. Look how it just lands awkwardly and weirdly at the one, but credit to him that he didn't lose the ball. And all he doing is they giving him a shot of Gatorade. They need to check that dude out, man. You can't tell me that he ain't got something wrong with him after falling on his head and his shoulder like that. Look how ugly this turn is. They keep replaying it. Boy, that was just really odd. Very hard fall. And they talking about it's coming loose. It comes out of bounds right at the like inches between, right at the pylon. Yeah, so they're saying it's a touchback. No, it didn't touch the pylon. The ball didn't touch the pylon. They should be able to retrieve it first and goal for Atlanta, right inside the 1-yard line. It didn't touch the pylon, not from the angle I seen. So Tampa trying to challenge it to try to get the ball back, but I didn't see that. Somebody need to go and check out Drake London, man, because he fell really badly, man. That was an ugly fall, right? Y'all see? All right. Yeah, that was a painful. Yeah. You got it. Painful truths. Yeah, that was a painful fall because he tried to brace himself. His arm missed, and he landed on his head. Then this neck area that could have been all kind of ways messed up. But the ball, the angles that I'm showing, the ball did not touch the upright. Looked like to me, it bounced near it and over it because that ball would have knocked that pylon over. That pylon ain't shit standing up there. They ain't got it barbed wired into the, you know what I'm saying? They got it sticking in the ground and anything could push it over. I've seen a strong wind push the pylon over before. So, I mean, yeah, I didn't see it touch it. Right. I didn't see it move either. It's easy to call. So it's not a hard call to me. It's like the ball does come out late, but it didn't knock the pylon over. It bounced around the pylon. It would have made the pylon move. The pylon did not move. The ball did not touch the pylon. It actually touches. It's saying that they touched the end zone line. So I mean, that's we'll see, man. Yeah, Frankie says that's a touchdown. Now, I don't agree it's a touchdown, but I most certainly don't think it's a touchback. I think the Falcons should get a new set of downs. It is a fumble, and it's a fumble out, right inside the 1 yard line, right on the goal line, right, not actually, right before the goal line, rather, be more accurate. The ball bounces out of bounds right there. So it should be first and goal Atlanta because it did not touch the pylon. The pylon did not move. So anyway, they take all these referees to try to figure this out, man. Come on, man. They got a million different angles to look at, and they still ain't get the stuff done. So I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out what they got going on. All right, here we go. At the goal line, Atlanta, there's first and goal. The ball is a fumble. You want to talk about sloppy ball, and Tampa Bay gets the ball back off the goal line. So all that for nothing is the Buccaneers. You want to talk about sloppy football for these teams? It's terrible, man. Are you serious on this? Come on.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man. Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me?
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Are you serious? You go through all this. The guy flips upside down like a bad pancake, lands, puts the ball on the goal line, and then turns around. And then the next play, they turn around and fumble the ball back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
None of this make any sense. This game is totally ridiculous to me. Bijan Robinson's not involved in this game whatsoever, even though he's suited up like he wants to play. He's not involved in it at all. They're fumbling, stumbling here. I can see why Atlanta people are very upset. This is unbelievable, man. This is ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. All right, Eliza says, who do you think is going to win, Tampa Bay or Atlanta? By the looks of it, I'm gonna have to say the level of incompetent, the less incompetent team wins the game. I think Tampa wins the game. Now, I would prefer Atlanta wins the game, but Tampa Bay to me looks like if this keeps going the way they're going to win. Nobody that want to win a game is going to get inside the 5-yard line after getting the call. They almost took the ball away from them on that weird play by Drake London, landed on his head, then his shoulder. Ball lands out. They almost took it from him then. Then the next play, you then fumble the ball away. When you can have a touchdown there, it's just ridiculous what kind of level of crap that's going on that I'm seeing. So ultimately, I think Tampa Bay, which is the least incompetent team on the field currently, I think they'll win. I want Atlanta too because of obvious reasons with the scheduling dealing with Tampa. But I think ultimately Tampa probably going to end up winning this game. All right. Painful Truth said, did anyone notice on the last drive a corner just pushed Olave to the ground at the top of his right? No call. Had a lot of weird stuff going on there. Yeah, this is so confusing. Yes. Mr. Rottweiler says South teams are trash. Right? Yeah, we looking bad, man. And I was kind of pushing against people that was saying that narrative before the season, like, man, the NFC South is a dumpster fire. Right now, the Saints should be dominating, not dominating, but should be ahead in the NFC South. They are awful. Offensively speaking, can't get out of their own way. The Atlanta game, this is totally ridiculous. The level of ridiculousness between Atlanta and Tampa Bay, all of the turnovers, the botch play, like there was a snap, and that's on Desmond Ridder doing that one. And then turning the ball over inside of the 5-yard line, rather inside of the 2-yard line, when that's a touchdown, is unforgivable, man. So anyway, they're gonna pick up right from their own 3-yard line, Tampa Bay, and they're gonna shotgun it, and then they hand it off, and then another flag is down. My goodness, this is a flag-laden game. Elvin Gentry brothers said we're gonna back them up. They're already on the damn goal line, half the distance to the goal. They put them on, go back up one damn yard. It's just going on. We can't let it run that long because he backing them up. He's saying half the distance to the goal. Hell, man, they're on the 3-yard line. We're gonna back you up a half a yard. We're gonna make sure we back you up half that. All right, so it's 1st and 11 now on the goal line. Under center is Baker, and it's a handoff to the running back, and he gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Actually falls forward for a gain of looks like 2 or 3 yards on the play, trying to get a little bit more room to be able to run there as Rachaad White goes right up the center. So it's 2nd and 9 according to what they're saying here, and we see exactly what the Bucs got dialed up. Very limited on the goal line. Their backs pent up there. They want to surrender a safety, and so they're not going to be super aggressive in trying to get the ball. So 2nd and 9, just another play might be another draw play, try to get some room so they can throw the ball. Baker Mayfield's in a shotgun now with the running back next to him. You got a tight end, breaks out to the right side. Baker fires right up the center and picks up at least another 8 yards on the throw to Mike Evans. Field grab. He just stretched out there. Catch kind of gets out there, makes the grab, and he makes the grab and gives them 3rd and 1. So they're just shy. Mayfield in the shotgun, and boy, the Atlanta chopped the running back down in the backfield. It's Caden Ellis, the former Saint. He gets penetration and chops the running back down in the backfield, and that'll kick up 4th and 2 and force the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to punt. That was a big play by Caden. He shot the gap, came in, and then made the play to stop the running back in the backfield and kill whatever momentum Tampa thought they had. So the defense now, led by our former guy, Ryan Nielsen, and our former player, Caden Ellis, does a positive thing for the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons, you're welcome. Thank you. All right, so here goes the punt by the Bay Buccaneers. And look like the clock almost was 0 on the play clock, and there's the punt. It's a punt all the way, takes a bounce inside around the 40-yard line of the Atlanta Falcons. So they'll have some decent field goal yardage. Field range to start from around the 40. Referees, they'll pick it up at the 30, look like the 38-yard line, maybe the 37-yard line to be precise. So they'll start from their own 37. All right. Yeah, this is really interesting to see how it is. Pelicans, Nola says, you better believe the NFC South is the worst division in football. Indeed, that's Elvin Gentry's brother out there, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that or not. I'm just kidding. But don't he look like Elvin Gentry's brother? To be honest with you, he looks like he's Gentry's brother. That's why them calls so bad. Anything tied to Elvin Gentry is going to be trash, man. So, and his little brother with these terrible calls, too. What's up, Chantel? Said Big Q Cleveland winning with the third string quarterback. Is he the 3rd string quarterback or the 2nd string quarterback? I'm not following the Cleveland game. Bless you. But Cleveland game, I know what that's going to be a difficult. PJ Walker, yeah, is coming in here. I think he's the 2nd string quarterback, PJ Walker. If I'm not mistaken, I thought that didn't they win last year with PJ? I mean, not last year, last week. PJ Walker helped them beat the 49ers last week. Yep. He was 18 of 34. He had that dude had 2 interceptions, and Cleveland beat the 49ers last week. Somebody made money off of that one, man. Somebody made some money off of that game. Let me tell you something. Their quarterback last week, Cleveland beat the Niners 19-17. PJ Walker came in. He had 2 interceptions. They still won the game. Somebody made some money off of that damn game. Let me tell you something. All right, Omar, thank you for the super chat. Says, don't give up on DC. You guys will go on a run. If they can regroup and stay together, they'd be fine. I think you guys have been in every game. The O-line is bad. Thank you, Omar. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Far too kind. All right, appreciate that, man. And yeah, the thing is with Derek Carr is this. He's kind of hurting his own self right here because of the things, him fussing on the sideline and doing all this stuff. I think he doesn't have the right now. He hadn't earned the right. And money didn't give him the right to come here and talk to these, and fuss at Chris Olave or trying to get into it with Michael Thomas or anybody else. These guys have been here longer than he has, thus they know the system better than he has. He needs to have more of a humble approach. He's been cussing and fussing at Pete Carmichael, and he apologized to Pete Carmichael, but he keeps doing it. So if you fussing, if somebody cussing and fussing at you, and then they say I apologize, and then keep doing it, will you respect them? Hell no, you won't. All right, that's the play. Atlanta Ritter almost sacked, and he just throws it out of the right side of the out of bounds line, and he lives to fight for another day. 2nd and 10. Tampa Bay defense comes after them, and he survives. But see, this is the thing when we talk about when you deal with the Derek Carr, I'm calling it an anomaly because it's this type of stuff is not supposed to happen. Carr needs to have more of a humble approach because he really don't know, nor he don't know more than Pete Carmichael of this system. He doesn't know the system more than Michael Thomas. He doesn't know it than any of these guys that's been there because they've been there before. He needs to be humble and stop doing that stuff for real. All right, here goes Atlanta with the shotgun. Ritter scrambles out of there. He picks up the first down to the 50, the 45, down to the 43-yard line and inside of Tampa Bay territory. Desmond Ritter turns on the legs. He starts running and gets a good gain, a pickup into Tampa Bay territory. Didn't like what he's seen. It was a low snap. And then he was smart enough to do a punt fake, and he seen green in front of him, and he took off. That's what smart quarterbacks do. They don't try to force the ball up the field. If you see a little green there, go ahead and take it and do your thing. So 1st and 10, they get into Tampa Bay territory at the Buccaneers 44. Man in motion. There's a handoff to the right, Tyler Algieri, and he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. 5:12 on the clock, and things are just rolling down. A lot of turnovers and sloppy football for both these teams, man. My goodness. You know, they both looking at this type of stuff is ridiculous. It's just bad football that we're seeing right here. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Gregory. Gregory says is arrogance. Derek Carr, and thank you there. Appreciate you, bro, with the super chat. Much love to you. But I appreciate you. I hear what you're saying. I watch film on. I don't think he's a bad quarterback, but I think a lot of stuff is going on with him. All right, here's the handoff by the right. Atlanta with the handoff to Tyler Algieri, gets north and south and gets all the way down to the 22-yard line, I want to say, with a run off to the right side. Tyler Algieri with a head full of steam, man. Gets off to the right side and finds a lane there and just squares up, goes north to south and lowers his shoulders and picks up a good gain of yards by Tyler Algieri on the run. It's a bowling ball running at you, man. We know about Tyler Algieri last year. He had a lot of good yardages against us. All right, here go the Falcons. They're down to the 22-yard line of the Bucs. Shotgun is Ritter. He turns and hands the ball off to Tyler Algieri, gets north to south and picks up about 4 yards on the run to the left side this time around. So to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Falcons now. They seem like they have some type of mojo going right now. They want to punch it in and try to get something going here. So 2nd and 6, we'll see what Atlanta dial out. Bijan Robinson, he's still standing on the sideline by himself. Yeah, something going on here. I don't know what's going on, but they keep looking at him. He got a helmet on and everything. 2nd and 6, Ritter's in the shotgun. Wide receivers to both sides of formation. Now man in motion from left to right, 3 on the right, 1 on the left. Looks to the right side, the ball in, and he gets popped, but it'll be shy of the first down. The referees look like he's going to give him the first down. Running along the line there, he might be just inches shy of the first down, depending on where they spot the ball. At first, the ref was running past the line, then changed to on the opposite side of the line, which will put them short. Yeah, and I got to credit the linebacker, a wide receiver, because he held on to the ball despite the fact that he got popped doubly. So 3rd and 1 now for the Falcons. There's a snap, it's a handoff, and he gets stopped short. He'll be stopped short, and that'll bring up 4th and 1. And every time Atlanta tries to mount something, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense shuts it down, and they stop them, and they'll have to send out the field goal unit in Young Hoku. Boy, credit Tampa Bay. They seen it, and boy, they got them, and they stopped them shy of the first down. Good play by waving them off, saying goodbye offense. And we'll see what they got to do here. So Young Hoku rolls out. He got a 41-yard field goal. He's one of the best kickers in the game. Very accurate kicker. And he's going to try to see if he can put it away. He put one through from 24 earlier. This one's from 41. Can Young Ho do it? There's a snap. Kicks up, and it's right down there, and it's good. And they'll go up 13-10 Atlanta. So credit to the defense for Tampa Bay pushing Atlanta off because they had a little mojo before it just fell apart. Yeah, if I was Atlanta people, I would definitely start a petition to wrestle the play calling sheet away from Arthur Smith. He doesn't have any imagination. I've been saying that about him. He's the reason why that offense is not. But all those terrific players they have on offense, the one stopping point for them being really phenomenal is Arthur Smith. He lacks imagination. He really does. So if there was a petition for people to arm wrestle, have an arm wrestling competition to arm wrestle him for the play calling sheet, try to get it away, try to get it out of his damn hands exponentially. Get it out of his hands as soon as possible. All right. All right, thank you, Omar. Says, as a Raider fan, we wanted DC to be nasty, but look at Allen, he's struggling against the Patriots. He said against the Patriots. Dog, let me restart this. As a Raider fan, we wanted Derek Carr to be nasty, but look at Allen's struggling against the Patriots. Dog has his day. Oh, every dog has his day. Okay. And Monroe dropped the pass. Okay, thank you, bro. Appreciate you, Omar, for that. You saying right. All right. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Yeah, listen, I don't think Carr is a bad quarterback. This is what I think of Carr. This is my real, God honest estimation about Derek Carr as the Saints quarterback, right? Not as the Raiders quarterback, but as the Saints quarterback. I think Derek Carr is a very decent quarterback. The problem with Derek Carr is I think he's hurt. I think he's more hurt than the Saints will admit to. That's what I really think about Derek Carr. I think he's more hurt than the Saints are admitting to. It's affecting his play on the field. I think his mind frame in terms of him and how he's dealing with his wide receivers, he needs to stop that and have more of a humble approach. You don't need to be fussing at nobody, Carmichael or his wide receivers, about routes that they're not running, because in order for you to have that type of control to talk to those guys who've been here before you have to know what you're doing, which he does not know what he's doing. I'm just keep it honest with you. He's not going through his progressions properly. He's checking the ball away. He's not playing confidently, and I think that's because of him being hurt. But that's the wrong thing to do, is to walk in the door like you got the answer to the plan when we don't need you to do that. The Saints didn't bring you here to be the savior. They just needed you to do your damn job. That's all we wanted you to do. We don't need you to keep coming in here trying to make it look like you're something more than you're not. You never won a playoff game. Some of these other guys in here, I don't want to get too far into it, but that's my fair assessment. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I just think the man is really hurt, and it's affecting his play. And the Saints don't see it, or they don't want to stop this guy. That's just my take on it, bro. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I've been on the record saying I think what he's doing right now is garbage because I think he's hurt. But anyway, a lot of people will disagree. They'll say, Q, he stinks. He's garbage. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. All right. Shout out to Brent. Brent, hold on. I'm going to read your commentary just a second, my friend. All right. Here is the run for Tampa Bay from their own 25-yard line to the running back. He was able to find a little extra move there, pick up maybe a gain of 4 yards by Rachaad White up the center. Yeah, 4, and that'll bring up 2nd and 6 for Tampa Bay. Clock working down 13-10 as the score. So let me go ahead on and shout out to you, Brent. Appreciate you, man. Let me see if I can get your commentary in there. It says, Q, I was on Team USA Times Farm Wrestling. There you go. See, but they have to see, Atlanta has to hire you to wrestle, to have him to wrestle the play. All right, so hold on. Here's the man in motion from left to right. Baker Mayfield under center. He got 3 wide receivers to the right side. He cycles to the left. And there's the play action to the left. Baker's looking down. He's going to check it back down to Rachaad White. Picks up 5 to the 40, to the 30, to the 50, 45 down to the 49-yard line. Gets near midfield. On a check down to the left side, along the left sideline, is Rachaad White. So Baker Mayfield play action to him, then turned and looked, and then went back to him because nobody was covering him. And then Rachaad White was able to kind of move down the left sideline and was able to pick up some good yardage. He gets all the way up to near the 50-yard line for them. So not a bad play by Baker Mayfield. And Rachaad White has been giving them some good game. So they're at the 49-yard line of the Buccaneers. Man in motion, left to right is the tight end. Turns and hands the ball over. Nope, to hand off to the running back. They tried to do like a double reverse to fool them, but Atlanta wasn't fooled. And they actually lose some yardage on that play. Big Calais Campbell said, man, I done seen this. I've been alive for 100 years. Y'all can't show me something that I ain't seen before. And then Calais seen it and played it out and went and got him and wrestled them down back there. Will kind of been a part of breaking it up. Yeah, no, he tried to get him. He fell on. But it's a loss of 4 yards on the play, 2nd and 14 for the Bucks. All right, shout out to you, Brent. The Falcons might have to get you in there. He says, well, they got to ask New York to be more accurate. Okay. All right. He also says, for they need to bring Carl's Rib Shack to the Carl's Rib Shack. All right. He says, clean up. Come on, man. There you go.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
All right. Thank you, Brent. Shout out to you, man.
Thank you. Far too kind.
All right. For hold on. This is I missed a couple of them. He says, somebody need to, this is for somebody that need a bus ticket. And okay, yeah, okay, that's the last one. Okay, so yeah, that's what's up. Thank you, Brent. Appreciate you, man, for that, man. That was funny. And for those who don't know, man, Brent got on the show last night and told a very funny story that kind of helped us have a little levity about him, meeting somebody online. And the person that he met was a cheerleader online, but when the lady finally, arrived, flew in to meet him, it's sad to say that he did not meet a cheerleader. Brent described this person more as an offensive lineman, which is just very concerning. But Brent he was really nice and he's a good dude. So he didn't leave the offensive lineman stranded. What he pretty much did was he kind of gave a little bus ticket, but he had one of the friends that kind of call him and say, hey, man, you need to come to work. We ain't got nobody to work. So that was pretty well, see, that was pretty nice of Brent to do that, man, because they got some guys out here that just would have been mean to the lady, So, but shout out to Brent. That was a very funny story, man. I know it wasn't funny at the time, but trust me that a lot of people, it kind of made people laugh. And we thank you for sharing that story, among other things. Thank you, brother. All right. Carl says Carr might be hurt, but he's also not good fit for the system. It's worse because the O-line is shaky. Shaheed and Olavi still developing, and Pete is a bad play caller. No one has any confidence in each other. Thank you, Carl. Appreciate that super chat, man.
Thank you. Far too kind.
A lot of truth in that commentary, by the way, man. A lot of truth in there. It's definitely a lack of faith and in that cycling around the Saints offensive room, and you can see it in their play. Like we used to guys really caring about each other, going to bat for each other. That has been not the case here since Carr has been here. It's a lot of craziness going on. They needed to give it together. So thank you for that, bro. Appreciate that. All right, here we go. It's the start of the fourth quarter, 2nd and 14. Baker Mayfield in the shotgun. He has his running back to his right, and you got 2 wide receivers on both sides of formation. As a snap, Baker looking to the right, fires down the right sideline, and just out front, the outstretched hands of the wide receiver. Goodwin caught it, but it's a flag down on the play. I thought Goodwin dropped it, but Goodwin got up under it and caught it along the sideline. But what's the flag? Let's go to Gentry's brother. Okay, so they're saying it's automatic first down. Boy, what a hell of a catch that was by Godwin, man. And Caden Ellis got caught on the play, and that's what they were talking about. He grabbed him. Caden Ellis with the illegal contact, and the rule says you can't touch him outside of 5 yards. So whether it was aggressive or not, that's the law of the rule, that you can't touch him beyond 5 yards, and Caden Ellis kind of grabbed him to slow him down to break his momentum for the timing route. But what a hell of a throw up the field. But anyway, the man was out of bounds. So from midfield, here's Tampa Bay, 1st and 10. Baker Mayfield under center. He sends his tight end into motion. Look like they're setting up for a run, and it is a run. He's going to run off to the right side there, and the little guy gets caught, and maybe a gain of 2 yards, not much sick, and it's Caden Ellis in there. And we got another flag down. Goodness. There's another flag down. Gentry's brother says holding against the Buccaneers. They got to be backed up. Back them on up. My goodness, man. I tell you, man, this is really if you got to be frustrated, if you're an Atlanta Falcons person, if you're a supporter of the team, you got to be upset by, all of the penalties, even on both sides. If you're a Buccaneers supporter, you got to be upset by all these penalties. A lot of penalties in the game. All right, that's 1st and 20 now as they backed up to their own 40-yard line. There's the shotgun snap by Baker thrown to the right side. He finds Evans, who gets dragged down he picks up a gain of something, but it's not really big. So that'll be 2nd and 17, a gain of 3 off the right side throw to Evans. 3 wide receivers to the left of the formation, 2 to the right. They have 5 wide receivers with Baker Mayfield in the shotgun on 2nd and 17. There's the snap. Baker Mayfield looking, and then he's trying to check it down to Godwin, who gets to the 40-yard line on the play. To the 50-yard line with the throw from Baker Mayfield. So, yeah, it's just a lot going on, man. But nice little route to Godwin, and he's wrestled down by number 53 on the play, and he gets him, drags him down to the 50-yard line in the midfield. So that's still only a gain of 7, but they're still shy by 10 yards, 3rd and 10. Shotgun Baker Mayfield. All right, and you got receivers to the left and right of the formation, man motions to the left. And then Baker has all kind of time in the world, and then he goes down, takes the sack, and as he does, he pulls a Derek Carr. He holds on to the ball too long, and then he gets knocked and dragged down by Carter. The defensive player gets in there, and that's way too long. Baker Mayfield took way too long. He should have threw that ball away, and he didn't do nothing. He could have took off and run. He did have a lane to run, and he's standing in the pocket, and he decided he just went down just terrible. Yeah, he had an opportunity to kind of get rid of that ball, and he just went cycle left and right. How much time you think he had? And he gets sacked for the 2nd time in the game. So 4th and 14, very frustrating game if you're a Raider and Buccaneers, because this is not very good football, as the ball was almost blocked on the punt attempt. It takes a bounce into Falcon territory down to the 6-yard line. Nice punt there. So the Bucs pin the Falcons inside of their 10, where Ritter will pick up from the 6-yard line. 13-10 as they go into the commercial break. 12:37 on the clock. Atlanta's up. Can they solidify it on the next play? All right, Brother Wallace said this game makes our game not too bad. All this garbage. It's a lot of penalties in this game, man. Brother Wallace says 4 teams in the FC South are garbage. They're all playing below themselves. Ain't no doubt about that. What's up, T-Mama? Shout out to you, baby. All right, Chantel says, watch the scoreless Panthers win against the Saints because of the lemon broke down car. She don't like car. All right, Saints Goma says kick a 60-yarder. Yes, indeed, man. We've seen a lot of lackluster football between these two clubs, to be honest with you, man. I'm really not impressed at all. And I'm kind of questioning how the hell that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was able to beat the Saints with playing like this, and Atlanta's giving them so many problems. You know what I'm saying? I'm really surprised by that, to be honest with you. I really am surprised by that. All right, so I don't know. 26-9, and that was about a month ago that the Buccaneers beat the Saints in the Dome. So I don't know how they were able to do. Baker Mayfield cut up in that game, though, man. Baker was 25 of 32 for 246, 3 touchdowns in the score. He even scrambled a lot in the game as well. He even scrambled around in the game. Baker Mayfield had 31 yards in rushing yards in the game to help them go over the top for 114. So really interested to see how he's performed. That's probably his best game of the season up to this point, to be honest with you. If you look at that, I don't know. It's kind of strange how all that ended up happening. All right. So anyway, with that being said, fam, shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all being here. They're getting close to trying to decide on who gets the win here. 13-10 Falcons up. It is not a very impressive game. All right, Wallace says, Q, please see you can get Big Low. Yeah, I know Low is I don't know if he's at the game or not. He's probably at the game in Tampa Bay watching them lose like this. And I'm looking at it saying to myself, man, it's frustrating at all, man. 30-21 Cleveland beating the Colts right now. I'm not surprised by that because Colts got Gardner Minshew as the quarterback. And Baker Mayfield went down, but now he hurt. He grabbing at his left leg. Just showed the play. He grabbing at. See, that's what happened when you're irresponsible with the ball. You get yourself hurt. If you see something, get your ass out of there, man. Okay, there's the play on the next play. It's a quick toss to the wide receiver, and he's yanked down by a Tampa Bay defensive back for a gain of 1 off to the left side. Drake London with the catch from Desmond Ritter. Not much shaking on the play. Boy, I tell you, I would the way these play calls are rolling out, you would think Pete Carmichael is operating the Atlanta Falcons offense. Let me tell you something. A gain or two on the play this hand. You would think Carmichael operating. It's the same, almost the same set of plays that I see at the Saints running. That I see Arthur Smith running. All right, there you go. You got two wide receivers to the left. It's one motions to the left. There's the Ritter out the shotgun. He stares down, scrambles to the right side. He's going to try to keep the ball. No, he tosses upfield, and he finds Tyler Algieri from the 40 to the 50, and he gets wrestled down to the 45-yard line in Tampa Bay territory. So the play breaks down. Desmond Ritter scrambles to the right side of the formation, looking upfield, and delivers the ball on the play to Tyler Algieri, who rumbles all the way down to the 45-yard line of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So he gets upfield, nice throw, and Tyler Algieri just running along the right sideline, tried to use a little stiff arm in there, but the defensive back wrestled him down to save the touchdown at the 45-yard line of Tampa Bay. Ritter in the shotgun. He has two backs behind him. He's going to hand the ball off left to Patterson, who gets the first down, gets 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 yards, and he goes down off to the left. So the positive play by Desmond Ritter begets the Patterson left side run, and he picks up a good gain of yards on the play, picks up about 18 or 19 on the run off to the left tackle, run to the left side of the formation using a little stiff arm and everything, and them defensive backs do not want to tackle Patterson with a full head of steam. All right, so here we go, 1st and 10 now. They're sitting up at their own 20, at the Bucs 27-yard line. There's the runoff to Patterson toward the left side, and he twists and turns himself into possibly a 6 or 7 yard pickup, and that'll 2nd and 3 situation. So they're hitting him with the running attack. And how about the Patriots beating the Bills 22-10 right now? Boy, somebody making money off these games, because a lot of these games people would not consider New England beat no Buffalo, but that goes to show you, man, people making money. All right, so it's 2nd and 3, a pickup of 7 by Patterson. They got Ritter in the shotgun with the running back Algieri behind him. That's a snap. It's a handoff to the left. Algieri gets north and south. He's cut down and stopped by the Buccaneers. Just shot. I don't think he got much, maybe a yard on the pickup. He'll still be 2 down. Good play by Buck defense. 3rd and 2. Boy, there's some money being made today. Let me tell you something in the NFL, man. Money's being made today. The Bills 22-10. 3rd and 2 now. Ritter under center showing the power eye look. Let's see if that's what it is. Turns and hands the ball off. They're going to run to the right. Algieri falls forward for the first down, and it's going to be a first down, no doubt about it. He fell forward for look like the referee puts the ball right on the line of scrimmage. I'm saying it's going to be a first down. It should be. They have yet to announce it, but I look like it is a first down, and it is 1st and 10. New set of downs for the Falcons. All right, let's see what goes. Is they're running and keeping the Tampa Bay Buccaneers unbalanced. So Ritter lines up. He's in a shotgun with Algieri behind him. You got one wide receiver to the right and 2 to the left. Lifts his leg, waiting for the snap. That's a snap to Ritter, turns and hands the ball off to Algieri, cuts to the right, goes center, and he gets down to the 7-yard line. He's just a yard shy of first down, and that'll be 2nd and 1 for Tyler Algieri, picking up a head full of steam, wearing on the Tampa Bay defense. He goes right, then sees the vision, cuts back left, breaks a tackle, and just dancing around and enough to just pick up the first down. Not a straight run, but it's like he's just keeping his feet active running. That Algieri is a good running back, man. He's a good running back. All right, here he is sitting next to Ritter in the shotgun. To his left is 2nd and 1. Man in motion to the left, to the right, and it looks like a running play, and it is. Algieri gets the handoff, and he gets stopped shy of the first down, and he'll be a yard shy, so that'll bring up 3rd and 1 now as Tampa Bay trying to stop all this from happening. Clock running down. Is less than 7:50 on the clock. 3rd and 1 now for Atlanta. 6 rushes versus 2 passes on this drive. And Atlanta trying to punch it in. If they get the touchdown here, the game is over with, the way how this offenses have been funky. So a touchdown wins the game for Atlanta if they can get it in. Okay, Ritter's under center now, and they're showing a running look. Might be a sneak here, and it is a sneak, and look like Ritter is close, and he might have gotten it. Look like the referees, they're going to put him on the line. That means he's going to get the first down. Tampa Bay saying fourth down. I say it's a first down. It's right on the line, and more than likely it's going to be a new set of downs for the Falcons. Let's see, they haven't made the call yet. They set it down there, and they say first down. The referee looks at it. Elvin Gentry says, man, that's a first down. All right, so first down for the Atlanta Falcons on the play. Long drive by the Falcons. They're marching, man, marching on this team. All right, let's see what else they got up their sleeve on this play. Let's see what he does in the red zone. Like my boy Lowe told me, he says when they get to the red zone, that dude start calling all kind of weird plays. So let's see what Arthur Smith does here. He's fussing and complaining because he got to burn the time out because he got to run it out. He's trying to run. You see him running down the field. He's saying reset the clock. And look at him doing. He's just cutting up, and he had to burn the time out. He's just cutting up. Ty Bowles ain't tripping on nothing, man. Same reaction, whether it's a good play or a bad play. Ty Bowles ain't tripping. He ain't saying it ain't about being all emotional, man. I've been here before. Act like you've been here before. That's what they say, right? All right, here go to play. First and goals from the shotgun. Ritter is going to scramble off to the left side. He got room. He gets to the 5-4-3. He walks into the end zone for a score. He looked like he fumbled the ball out of bounds, but they're going to say it's a touchdown. But he fumbled while he was out of bounds, rather. So it's a touchdown. So Desmond Ritter once again gets another touchdown, man. He scrambled before that. He counts for 2 touchdowns by using his feet. So Ritter scrambles off to the left and gets the touchdown. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers people didn't realize, and actually the ball was poked out. That ball was knocked out of his arm. So that is going to be interesting. The ball goes out. That's a touchback. Ball goes back to the Bucs. Can y'all believe this if that's the case? And that's what Ty Bowles was saying, man. He knocked the ball out. That's a touchback. Look, was he in? The ball came out before he crossed the line, haphazardly carrying the ball like a carton of eggs or a loaf of bread on the play. And it's under booth review because they originally said that it was a touchdown. Could y'all believe this? He was carrying the ball like a loaf of bread and thought he just had it all. He was all good with it. The guy said, man, what you doing? Take this out of there, man. You not understand how ridiculous this is, man. Dude, you don't carry the ball like a loaf of bread. Like, I got this. Dude was basically moonwalking into the end zone, real relaxed. Like, dude came and just poked the ball out. That's going to be a touchback, no touchdown. This is insane, man, if they lose. Oh, man, dude, are you serious? Is this? Come on, Boosie.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man. Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Boy, I mean, damn, these people are incompetent, man, for your quarterback to carry the ball like a loaf of bread. And the guy just nothing special. He just comes from behind the dude and he uses his fist to punch the ball. Y'all do realize that's not a touchdown. It's going to be a touchback with Tampa Bay getting the ball back. And it'll be just desserts. Tampa marches the ball up the field and score a touchdown and win this game. The last team with the ball is going to win the game. Boy, you won't talk about incompetent play. This don't make the Saints game look as bad when you watch Tampa and the Falcons go at it. My goodness. I know it's called a hate stream, but this is far from hate, man. These teams are playing rather incompetently. This is ridiculous. That's a touchback, man. All right. Yeah, this is crazy. Carl said, I told you Atlanta throwing the game. Yeah, bro, you sitting Bijan Robinson down. And, okay, the play, they said the call reverse. So there you go. They just jump right back in it. And Winfield punches the ball out before he gets to the end zone. The ball is out. And I seen the fumble. I was like, look like he fumbled out of the end zone. I seen it, but then I didn't see that angle. I just caught a brief glance at it, the original play. I didn't get the sideline angle where they're facing them because the cameraman was right there facing them. And what a play that is. That's 3 turnovers now. Winfield saved the touchdown. And boy, if Atlanta loses this game because of something crazy like that, boy, they deserve it. So the ball back at the 20. Baker Mayfield in the shotgun. Rashad White cycles all the way out to the right sideline. So 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Baker in the shotgun. There's a snap. Falcons send the press. Ball out, and it's knocked away by Atlanta defensive back on the play. He's trying to find Goodwin across the middle of the field, and Okudah was able to get a hand on it to knock it away. Good play by Okudah. He got right in there and made a solid play, the former Detroit Lion. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 now as the Atlanta defense tries to help out and save them. Boy, that was a terrible play. Terrible play by Ritter. That you got to do better than that, brother. All right, Baker in the shotgun. Goodwin cycles. He motions from right to left. It's 3 wide receivers to the left. Baker steadies left, turns right, fires the ball to the tight end, Ottman or whatever damn name is, Cade Otton. And he gets about 11 or 12 yards in the first down, new set of downs. Baker fires to him. Baker going through his progressions. He steadied left and looked right, found his tight end, Cade Otton, and kind of ran through the guy's arm tackle a bit. He dragged him down by his foot and got a little help putting him down on the ground. So they picked up a couple more yards beyond the first down. Baker's in the shotgun with the running back behind him. All right, they get all the way up to their own 33-yard line. There's a snap, handoff to the running back, goes to the right. Is Rashad White, chopped down by Okudah again. And I doubt he got anything on the play to bring up 2nd and 10. I don't think he got anything on the game. Good tackle by Okudah. Got there and just kind of grabbed the hold of him and dragged him down, grabbed him by the foot, tripped him up. No gain. Atlanta Falcons defense trying to get the Bucs off the field. 2nd and 10, 5:25 and counting down. Baker Mayfield, 23 of 34 for 226 in the score. In a shotgun with 3 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 2 to the left, 3 to the right. And then as he fires Cade Otton to the side, and Cade Otton is grabbed by defensive back Terrell, and he picks up about maybe 6 yards, maybe 7. You know, it's kind of weird angle. So we'll see. 3rd down and maybe, 7-yard pickup by Otton. And it'll be 3rd and 3 now for Baker Mayfield as they eating clock. Let's see what they do. Very important drive this is for the Buccaneers with less than 5 minutes on the clock. They're trying to eat as much clock as they can. They need to score a touchdown. Whoever score a touchdown going to win this game. Okay, you got wide receivers, 2 of them to the right, 1 to the left, and Baker's in the shotgun with the running back just in front of him to the right. There's a snap, pressure coming. Baker fires to the right side, and it's caught by Goodwin up to the 40, 30, and 25 down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line inside of Atlanta territory. Is Goodwin from the shot from Baker Mayfield running to the right, down the right sideline, man. He makes that, what an excellent catch, and he just runs along the sideline, gets pushed out inside the 25-yard line. The guy trips up, whoever was covering him, trips up, and boy, Goodwin just takes it along the sideline. So there you go. So there go Tampa Bay, gets it all the way down. They're going to say he ran out of bounds at the 28-yard line. So Baker Mayfield is in under center. And this looks like a running play, turns, and it is a run right up the center, and the guy gets hit and stopped for a yard at the most as Tampa Bay defensive linemen wrapped them up. And it's probably going to be 2nd and 9 now for the team. So Baker Mayfield standing up. I got to give it to the Tampa Bay line, man. The offensive line they are providing a lot of opportunity for Baker Mayfield to go through progressions to find whether it's Mike Evans or Chris Godwin or Cade Otton or Rashad White, or Palmer, whoever the case. They're giving them time to be able to find what he needs, cycle through his progressions. Baker Mayfield in the shotgun. He has wide receiver left and right, and he got a couple of running backs in the backfield. He goes to the little play, and he fires, and it's intercepted. Are you serious? Number 27 intercepts the ball from Baker Mayfield, throwing to the right side, and Baker Mayfield throws an interception, and number 27 on the pick gets it for the Atlanta Falcons. Boy, it was just overthrown, and number 27 gets the pick.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
That's ridiculous, man. Oh, this is ridiculous, man. You're ridiculous, man. This game is so penalty and turnover prone is ridiculous, man. Both of these teams, just whoever have the ball last is gonna win the game. That's pretty much what it is, man. It's crazy, man. All right, Carl says Tampa has a top 10 O line. Last time I checked, the reason Baker's doing. Yeah, you know what? They look really good, despite the fact that they're dealing with some injuries. You know, they center, I think their best center is out for the season, and they still handling the business. So shout out to them for keeping the dude, giving them time to make the throws to find his people. Yeah, that's pretty good. Will says the whole NFC South is really horrible from what I'm seeing. There's so many turnovers here. The penalties are ridiculous. The turnovers, it's like none of them wants to win the game. And of course, we want Atlanta to win the game anyway, from the perspective of the Saint Nation. Being at Tampa, if they did win, they go up 4-2. If they lose, they end up 3-3. So we want Atlanta to win. So they'll be just 4-3. They won't be that far from you. But you being the Saints, have to be able to take care of your business next. So I do expect them to beat the Colts. I don't think they'll lose to the Colts. But then again, I'm going to hold my predictions to myself. All right. Yeah, I see it, Chantel. Ravens beating the brakes off Detroit. I'm really surprised by that. The Bears are they're beating the brakes off the Raiders. There's 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. The Bears are beating the Raiders 30-6 right now. The Browns are just, and it's just started order beating the Colts 30-28. So the Bills are trying to gain ground on the Patriots. There is 22-17 with 2 minutes left, and the Bills do have the ball. And right now the Bills is 3rd and goal on New England's 1. So look like the Bills about to score on the Patriots. The Giants are leading the Commanders 14-7. The Ravens 38-6 on the Lions. That is a surpriser right there. So that's some of the games happening right now. Now back to this trash factory of what we're seeing of a game here. All right, Baker Mayfield just threw the ball out there. He put it well beyond Cade Otton. I don't know where he was throwing that, but that's the guest Rashad says Baker's trash, man. That's what he mean. I shotgun Ritter from where they picked off the ball there, and then there's the handoff to the left side. And really, the goal of Atlanta is to burn up that last 3 minutes, and they should be good. If they could just keep converting, they got the game in hand. So they just going to sneak out of here with a 13-10 win. That's what they're trying to do. And besides, we want Atlanta to win this game anyway. All right, Dimitri says, I knew this game was going to be defensive. I'm not surprised how the game played out. Yeah, it's very sloppy football, though, bro. You got to be concerned a little bit here. All right, shotgun for Ritter from their own, 12-yard line, I want to say. You got a running back directly behind him. He hands the ball off to Tyler Algieri to the left, and Tyler Algieri gets stopped just beyond the line of scrimmage. They're going to say he got a gain of 2, maybe 3 yards. Bring up 3rd, and they're saying they got more. They're giving them 3rd and 5 on the play. So it's a lot of craziness happened in this game, to be honest with you. 504 Doc says, same team we beat 34-0. They have a lead on the Bills. Huh? Yeah, but the Bills about to score. They're on the New England's, the 3rd and goal at New England's 1. They can score the game right now. And the Bills might just steal the game back from the Patriots and force them to be 1-6. Remember, the Patriots haven't won the game at home all season. They're 0-3 at home. So, we'll see. All right, 3rd and 5 now for the Falcons. They have 1 timeout left, or actually 3 timeouts left. The Bucs have 1 timeout left. It's 3rd and 5. Let's see if the Falcons can convert. If they can convert and keep things going, this could be a positive thing. So, like I said, if you're the Saints, you want Atlanta to win this game for standing purposes. Shotgun Ritter, running back next to him to his left. 2 wide receivers on both sides of formation. There's a snap. He tosses it out to Patterson. Patterson gets there, and Patterson gets chopped down a yard shy of the first down. That'll bring up 4th and 1. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense prevent Atlanta from converting on that 3rd down play, and it'll be 4th and 1. And, of course, Arthur Smith is going to say, let's go ahead on and just punt this thing away. Patterson thought he was going to get something popping, and no, sir. Gets chopped down shy. So they sent out the punting unit to send the ball back to the Buccaneers. Tompkins, the wide receivers, is back on the return for them. So we'll see. Then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers burn their timeout, so they don't have any more timeouts, but they do have the 2-minute warning. So Baker Mayfield returns. He's going to get an opportunity to try to at least, if not possible, get a touchdown or at least try to get them in field goal range to tie the game up. So we'll see what goes on. So Baker Mayfield is in his hands. This could be a part of the positive Baker Mayfield legacy as a Buccaneer, man, if he can be able to orchestrate a win against the Falcons and kind of elevate them. Now, the talk of the town would be Tampa Bay being having a lead in the NFC South. But my estimations are probably he's going to end up not doing that. Atlanta wins the game. Tampa Bay will drop back to where they're supposed to be. This is the point of the season. We know if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are for real. They can gain ground in the NFC South and be 4-2. We'll see, are they serious about being a contender in the NFL by this next play? There's the punt. It's away. And Tompkins, the kicker, looking to return it. He's going to fair catch it. It bounces right outside. And I say it's going to be right around, let's see where he puts it at. I can't see where the markings is. Around the 20. He keeps walking up, so I'm thinking it might be at the 25 or 30-yard line on the play. But by goodness, a lot of craziness has happened with the Atlanta Falcons. They had several opportunities to close this game out. And fumbling at the goal line twice in the game. Remember, they had to fumble at the goal line, the botch snap. Desmond Ridder getting the ball poked out of his arm. I mean, they surrendered, a bunch of dumb plays at the goal line. And Atlanta been really struggling in this thing in terms of that. So they're lucky they winning right now. They're only winning because you got a more incompetent team out there in front of them. All right, here they picking up the ball from their own 33-yard line, shotgun, wide receivers on both sides formation. Baker Mayfield turns and fires to the right, and is out front of Chris Godwin to the right side, out of bounds, 2nd and 10. Incompletion. So we'll see if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for real. Is this drive will show that they for real with Baker Mayfield at the quarterback. They lose this game, we'll start seeing Tampa Bay go down where we know they belong. They'll start cycling all the way down to the bottom of the division where we believe they're supposed to be anyway. No disrespect, of course. Shotgun for the Bucs. There's a snap. Atlanta come with the defense. He'll check it down to White, and White's automatically wrapped up by a defensive back from Atlanta. No gain at the line of scrimmage there. They'll bring up 3rd down. And what is it, 10? 3rd and 10. Because the pressure came, he just checked it down. As soon as he checked it down, the defensive back was waiting there. He converged on him, made an excellent open field tackle, and twist him down. Wide receivers on both sides of the formation. That's the snap. Baker Mayfield flush from the pocket. He's going to use his legs, get to the 40, to the 45, 50, into Falcon territory, to the 40, and down to the 40, the 45-yard line, to the 40-yard line, rather, of the Baker Mayfield. Gave him a huge scramble, and that's what he did against the Saints. Baker got out, used his legs, and was able to get upfield and was able to get all the way into Atlanta territory on the scramble. He breaks containment. That's what he did to Saints to extend these drives. So we talked about, are they for real? We'll see if they can hold on to this game. They'll gain some separation, maybe a little respect. All right, the Bills did convert. The Bills are now up on the Patriots 25-22. There's less than 2 minutes remaining in the game. The Patriots do have the ball, so the Bills have taken a lead 25-22. So just to let y'all know about some of these other scores. The Colts are back on top right now with still a lot of time left in the fourth quarter, about 11-18 left in the fourth quarter. The Colts are up 31-30. With Gardner Minshew, 230 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Jonathan Taylor had 16 carries for 75 yards in the score in the game. So the Colts trying to hang in there to get a win so they can improve to 4-3. That's a team we need to go up to Indianapolis to take on. So, we'll see how that all plays. All right. So anyway, Jermaine says, damn, Baker Mayfield running the right. Yeah, this is what he did against the Saints. Yeah, Baker Vic. Yeah. Baker Vic. There you go. There you go. Baker Mayfield. He did Baker Montana, Baker Vic, and he's making the right decisions. Baker looks confident. And the reason why, like I said, He's playing really well without any pressure because there's no expectations on Tampa Bay to do anything this year. So there's no pressure on him to go out and do it like he had in Cleveland and like he had in some other places where he played well. He played under no pressure with the Rams. He playing under no pressure with the Buccaneers, meaning nobody's expecting him to do anything. So at the end of the day, he's playing free. And this is the type of ball that he can do. Now, it's different when his team is looked upon to be a contender and he has to guide him. As a whole nother set of principles and pressures that apply that he does not do well under. So now he's looking good. We'll see if he can complete the, and get them in and get them a dub. All right. All right. Thank you. Appreciate you, bro. Let me shout out to Brent. He says, for Big, I was on team. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Brent. Thank you for that, man. Hold on. He says, he says, Baker Mayfield is playmaker, man. Yeah. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Hey, bro. Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Yeah. He broke containment and then cycled to the center, and guys was diving at him like he was Michael Vick out there. And he didn't get touched. He ran out of bounds, way up the field. And that was a good run because he wasn't touched at all. And then he started talking mess after he did it. So, he got him in field goal range. So we'll see what they can do here. And I got to give it to him. He playing really free. All right. They get all the way down to the 35-yard line of Tampa. There's a shotgun. They're going to hand it off to the running back, Rashid White, who's automatically grabbed and tackled by several Atlanta Falcons defenders. You got 1:48 remaining on the clock. Baker Mayfield scrambles up into Atlanta Falcon territory. And now I have an opportunity for, at the very least, kick a field goal to tie the game to force overtime. Only a pickup of 3 on the run to the right. Baker in the shotgun. There's a snap again. Pressure coming. Fires to the right side to Cade Otton, who gets the first down on the play. 7 yards to Cade Otton to the right side. And it's a first down. And we got one of the offensive linemen, number 71 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, is slow getting up. And they need to probably get him to walk off. He said he's fine. Feeler, I got to give it to him. They're keeping them nice and upright, 27 of 40 for Baker Mayfield, 275, a touchdown and a pick. Not bad numbers for Baker Mayfield. All right, so number 71 will remain in the game. Shotgun now for them. They got wide receivers on both sides of the formation with the running back. It's going to be a running play to the running back. Atlanta gets them, and it's only a gain of a yard on the play. So to bring up 2nd and 9 now. So 2nd and 9 on the play. All right, let's see what's going on. Baker Mayfield under shotgun again, running back. Got wide receiver, same looking play. Here's a snap. He's taking a shot downfield, and it's incomplete. I think he was trying to fire it to one of his receivers, and there's a flag down on the play. It went right on through the center of the field, out the back of the end zone on a dart. And here comes Jelvin Gentry's brother to tell us what's wrong. It's pass interference against the Falcons, man. So the Falcons pass interference there against D. Elford. And that gives Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers, and not much on it, but enough for the referees to say, hey, man, here you go. So, all right, it's $1:05 on the play clock, 13-10, and they are in the red zone. Tampa Bay, that's obviously a chip shot field goal for them, but they're trying to end the game with a touchdown. They want to score. So you got 3 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and the shotgun is Baker. Looks right, throws center. Ball almost intercepted off the hands of Goodwin. It, right off his hands, right outstretched, and then almost a defender from the Falcons dived at it, almost tried to pick it off. That wasn't a very smart pass by Baker Mayfield, trying to force the ball to Jonathan Goodwin. And you can see the defensive back was right there. And Calais Campbell almost got that ball. Ball was poked away, and it tipped up, and Calais Campbell dived for it and almost intercepted it. 7 plays, 59 yards, $136. Baker Mayfield in the shotgun with his running back to his left man, and motion from right to left is Godwin. Watch out for the motioning guy. Baker looks right, stays there center, and throws the ball, and it's to Godwin, and it's knocked away. It's kind of low and away, and no good. That'll bring up 3rd and goal on the incompletion. All right, so yeah, Baker Mayfield's starting to struggle a bit in the red zone right here. Got to be careful because these passes, you got to be careful because they could turn the ball over. And boy, he got slammed down on the play. He got hit and crushed on that play. On that last play, there was no flag on it, but he got slammed on the ground. 3rd and goal now for Mayfield. Less than a in the shotgun with 3 to the right, 2 to the left. There's a snap. Pressure coming big. Mayfield has time looking, and then he's going to go down. He gets sacked by the same guy that slammed him down the last time. Too much time in the pocket, and Baker Mayfield allows them to sack him, and he'll walk off. And see, that's when Baker Mayfield turns into Baker Mayfield. That's when he turns back to who he is. He turns, Superman turns back into Clark Kent with kryptonite in his pocket. That would end up happening with him. So he had plenty of time. He could have scrambled to the right or did something, but he waited too long, and he goes down to the ground, and he's sacked. The same guy, number 90, slammed him on the ground before. That was David Onyemata, matter of fact. Onyemata with the sack that time. David got to him before and slammed him down bad. Scrambled him up pretty good from the prior play. 49 seconds on the clock in Tampa Bay. We might be going into overtime if this guy hits the field goal. A trash overtime game with two teams that don't want to win a game, obviously. Two teams that don't want to win a damn game. All right, so shout out Brent. Brent says, for why is this more fun than watching the Saints? Right, for real, right?
Thank you. Far too kind.
Isn't it fun? Hey, listen, it is more fun. And here's 36-yard attempt by the kicker. He kicks it up, and it is good. And they tie it up at 13-30. Well, less than a minute left to go on the clock. This game is fun. I guess more entertaining and amusing than watching watching the New Orleans Saints play for real. This is a lot of shabbiness in this game, man. A lot of points left on the field, and then you get the kickers that ultimately kick it through. Now it's up 13-13, and this is going to be an interesting finish. 45 seconds left. Could be going into overtime here. Could be going to overtime. All right, Kim, shout out to you, says Texans lose because coaches played the game not to win, always playing to lose. Okay, she said the Texans. All I can see right now, like the game's going on right now, the Bears are going to beat the Raiders 30-12 right now. The Browns are still trailing. There's plenty of time left to go in the fourth. 31-30, they trail in the Colts. The Bills are the Patriots have taken a lead back. I can't believe it. The Patriots have taken the lead back from the Bills with 29-25 on the clock. The Patriots have taken the lead back from the Bills. So the Pats going to win this game against the Bills 29-25. That's crazy. Somebody about to win some money on some of these games, man. There's the kickoff from right to left by the Bucs. Kicks it throughout the back of the end zone. Atlanta retrieved the ball from its own 25. 45 seconds left. Atlanta has 2 timeouts remaining. They're going to try to get in field goal range, try to get it over with. All right, Commanders trailing the Giants 14-7 with less than 3 minutes on the clock. The Lions have just been decimated by the Ravens. It's 2 minutes left, 38-6. And, of course, the second half games will start. Steelers, Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks, Packers, Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs. And later on, Dolphins and Eagles is the night game. All right, from their own 25 in the shotgun, Desmond Ridder, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, is running back next to him in the shotgun. There's a snap. Looking right, and he's going to run up, fires the shot at the feet of Kyle Pitts, and they're saying it's a completion. And I'm thinking that was incomplete. To me, it looked like it wasn't a completion, but it is. Kyle Pitts, what a catch. And then he drops it. No, that's not a catch. He caught it and then had to turn over and lost the handle on it. And they might stop it to look at it. But that's not going to be a catch. That's going to bring up second down, and it's not. They're going to bring up second down. So 25 seconds left in the clock, 13-13. We thought it was a catch, but it's not a catch. So 2nd and 10 now for the Falcons. All right, here we go. 13-13, 36. They were just Elvin Gentry's brother just told us it's an incomplete pass. Tell us something we don't know. And they have 36 seconds remaining. Atlanta has 2 timeouts. Can they get up the field to get and score? They just need to get in field goal range for Young Ho Koo, who's one of the most solid kickers in the game. So really, Desmond Ridder just has to get them in field goal range to see if they can get the dub. Remember, we want the Falcons to win this game because of standing reasons. I Rock, shout out to you. Says Q, when is the next round table? I don't know, brother. We're gonna see. We're gonna have to get together. I know I'm gonna have to talk to Low and PNP and Big Game James and the rest of them and see when it's supposed to be coming up real soon. So just be kind of on the lookout. All right, there's the shotgun snap, Ritter down the field, and it's caught by Kyle Pitts, and he gets all the way down. Wow. Kyle Pitts, man, gets all the way down inside Tampa Bay territory to the left side. And I don't see how Atlanta was able to let him get out as wide. In a perfect thrown ball, he gets to the 50, to the 45, down to their 45. And boy, Kyle Pitts gets it and rumbles all the way down into their territory. And then they set up right at the 37-yard line. There's a run off to the left side for the Falcons with 20-something seconds remaining. And if I was them, and we know, and they finally let Bijan Robinson get a carry. Wait, isn't that crazy? 2nd and 7, Bijan Robinson finally gets a carry for 3 yards in the game. That is insane that Robinson, they didn't let him run at all this entire game, and he gets 1 carry there and then runs off. Wow. So they're in field goal range. Now, usually, you kind of make a running play to kind of get your guy lined up either on the left hash mark, or if you want to set him up where he's centered, for the kick right up the middle. But we'll see what they try to do. They got timeouts, 1 timeout remaining, and Desmond Ritter in the shotgun. He turns and he hands it off to Tyler Algieri to the left, and he gets stopped a yard behind there. And that's obviously where they'll let the clock tick down all the way to like maybe 5 seconds or 3 seconds before they hit the timeout there. And Atlanta should walk away with a victory here. One that they don't deserve, and there it is. They're going to call a timeout, stopping the clock at 4 seconds, and they're going to run out the most consistent thing they have, which is Young Ho Koo to kick the game in. So we'll see if Young Ho could do it. 9 is solid as they come. I don't know where they found him at, but man, they got a hell of a kicker there. 3rd and 7, and they got a field goal. He's going to come out and try to see if he can nail it through and get this game over with, man. This has been a very crazy game, to be honest with you. 3rd and 7 now. Let's see what they got to do. 4 seconds remaining. They can't ice the kicker because Tampa Bay has no timeouts left. He's 2 for 2 for day, 24 and a 41-yarder. This one is a 51-yard field goal attempt. Can Young Ho do it? And we'll see momentarily. He's waiting for the snap. There's a snap. Ball is up, and it looks good, and it's good, and it's over with. That'll do it. Atlanta kicks the Buccaneers into the losing category. It's an ugly win, but they get it. They get the game 16-13. Atlanta moves in their standing. So there you go, family. Atlanta gets the dub, and they gets the win. Atlanta's the win on a Young Ho Koo 51-yard field goal. They get the dub, and Atlanta improves, man. So at Buccaneers go down to 3-3. Atlanta improves to 4-3, and they will take a division lead in the NFC South thanks to the fantastic young kicker, Young Ho Koo. All right, so anyway, what a trash game this was, but it was more entertaining than some of the Saints matchups that we've seen last Thursday. Atlanta to the Falcons. They did a wonderful job in screwing up, almost losing the game. And if it wasn't for Young Ho Koo kicking them home, man, it's something. So this was the game where Baker Mayfield. This is when they start going back to where they come from. So anyway, let's go over this, man. The team statistics before we get on out of here. 21-20 Tampa Bay in first downs. You look at the third down, 7 of 13, and then of course 6 of 12 by Tampa Bay. The total plays 65-64 advantage Tampa. 401 yards of total offense versus 329. 10-10 on the drives. Atlanta averaged 6.3 yards per play versus 5.1 by the Bucs. 256 versus 245 was the passing. The rushing statistics, 156 yards rushing by Atlanta in the game. They averaged over 4 yards rushing on 38 attempts. To keep things on, really relied heavily on attack. Tampa Bay, 73 yards, less than 4 yards per run. Red zone, 1 of 5 in the red zone. Tampa Bay was 0 for 2. 9 penalties apiece. Both teams had 60-plus yards in penalties. The turnovers, 5 penalties combined, 3 by damn near seconds apart. 30-01 versus 25-59 time possession. Damn near mirrored. So you can see how this all kind of shake and broke. Going to the individual side of things, man. Baker Mayfield finished, well, Desmond Ridder finished 19 to 25 for 250, no interceptions. He averaged a first down every time he threw the ball, 10 yards per throw, no picks, no interceptions, sack once, a rating of 107.1. Tyler Algieri kept things turning, 21 carries, 59 yards. Patterson, 56 yards off of 10 carries. Ridder scrambled 6 times for 38 yards and 1 score. Bijan Robinson had 1 carry for 3 yards. Altogether, 156 yards of rushing offense and a score. Their top guy, 6 catches off of 7 targets, was Drake London. And Tyler Algieri and Kyle Pitts both had 3 catches from their respective spots. And of course, we see a lot of the turnovers there. The defense was led by Nate Landman. He had 12 tackles in the matchup. Calais Campbell quads. Baker Mayfield, 27 to 75, a touchdown and a stupid pick. He was sacked 3 times, 2 of which was his fault, 81.0 on the rating. Rashad White, 13 carries for 34 yards. Baker scrambled three times for 32 yards. Mike Evans, 6 catches off of 8 targets for 82 yards and a touchdown. Godwin had 6 catches for 66 yards off of 12 targets. Check down to Rashad White 6 times for 65 off of 6 targets for 43. Only receiver to get a touchdown was Mike Evans today. Of course, the defense was led by Levante David and Jamil Dean and Ryan Neal all in that line. 1 sack by Shaq Barrett in the game that was surrendered in the game. But the interceptions, we take a look at some of the turnovers they had, but it wasn't enough as they squandered opportunity after opportunity to take the game from the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons scrambled, almost lost this game, by the way. Just almost lost this game, and they were finally able to pull out an ugly affair to get it. And of course, let's look at the NFL scoreboard on some of the games before we get up out of here. NFL scoreboard, the Browns are trailing the Colts. We play the Colts next 38-33. The Browns do have the ball, and they got 5 minutes and 14 seconds left, so still a lot of a game in that. The Giants look like they're going to go on to win against the Commanders. They'll get their second win of the year. They're up 14-7 with less than 60 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Steelers and the Rams just kicked off right now. There's no score on the Steelers and the Rams. Cardinals just getting started as they're at Seattle, taking on them. The Sean Payton and the Packers haven't started yet. Payton needs a win against the Packer club. It'd be funny if the Packers beat Payton and he drops to 1-6. That'll be hilarious. Chargers and the Chiefs have yet to start. They'll start later on this afternoon. And then the night game is a very good night game on NBC. It's the Dolphins and the Eagles, 5-1 clubs. A lot of offense there. That'll be fun to watch later on. And, of course, the finals from early in today, the Raiders were beat by the Bears, who got their second win of the season in Soldier Field, 30-12. The Saints see the Bears later on in the season. The Bills, despite getting the lead, the Bills got the lead late, then allowed the Patriots to go down and take it back from them within seconds. So the Patriots beat the Bills and shocked them 29-25. They're now 2-5, and they get their first home game. Falcons, we just watched, beat the Buccaneers 16-13. The Falcons are now 4-3. The Buccaneers, are now 3-3. The Falcons are 4-3. Bucks are now 3-3. Lions also were decimated by the Ravens. They destroyed them 38-6 in M&T Bank Stadium. Lamar Jackson had 357 yards passing with 3 rushing touchdowns in the game. He put on quite the move. And of course, we know about all this bull crap on Thursday. And the Monday night game put the 49ers and the Vikings right at each other. We also have to take on the Vikings in the next 3 weeks. So anyway, very interesting day of football left. But anyway, the game that we were watching, and I guess what you would call a hate stream, but really it was really pathetic football. Ultimately, The Falcons were able to sneak out a win and an ugly one. As you can see, you can look at the NFC South standings to our right here. Atlanta's 4-3, Tampa Bay is 3-3, the Saints are 3-4, and Carolina is 0-6. They are on a bye week today, so that's why we don't hear nothing about the Panthers. So anyway, with that being said, family, shout out to you guys. Appreciate y'all being in the stream. Omar, thank you for the super chat, bro. Thank you. Said, see, bro, Bills be okay. Thank you, bro. Appreciate the super chat.
Thank you. Far too kind.
Yes, this is going to be interesting, man. To be honest with you, Doc says when the media hyped you up like they did Dallas and the Niners and enticed you to bet on them, and Vegas will bait and switch you. Look at the Lions today. Yep. It's had them as the best team in the NFL. Yeah, this is kind of strange. The Bills game was a shocker. The Detroit Lions game, I thought Detroit would give a lot of performance. I thought that would actually be a better performed game. That was supposed to be must-see TV, and Lamar Jackson just turned that into something else, man. So it'll be interesting. But the Colts right now, man, up 38-33 with less than 4 minutes. They got 3:34 to be precise, and the Colts are marching with the ball, so they could possibly score this thing and kind of take this lead, and kind of we go down there and visit them after they got a win. So either way, we got to figure it out. We got to do what we got to do to get a win against the Colts. Colts put up almost 40 points right now, 38 points right now against the Browns. They could very well beat them. So that's showing you that even though they don't have AR, they still have some weapons. Jonathan Taylor and a few other people, and Minshew, who the last time we seen Gardner Minshew was against Philadelphia when Jalen Hurts didn't play, and we were able to knock him around. But he's playing with confidence up there, so we can't put nobody past us, man, in this thing. So with that being said, let me get on out of here, man. Listen, I appreciate all the family members for chiming in on these hate streams or these watch party games. It's outside the Saints content. I enjoy talking about it, period, of seeing other football, whether it's in the NFC South. We get an opportunity to watch our adversaries play and get the outcome that we want to stay competitive. So in the end, we'll see how the result will be later on in the week. So with that being said, listen, I appreciate each and every last one of y'all for hollering, and y'all please feel free to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and the share button on this stream. Much love to the fam, and I'll holler at you on our Monday stream.